is episode 810.1 Wonderworld. Yes, I do have my hands right. Whoa, can't pop down. Cheers. Hopefully you guys have had a great week so far. Cheers, CJ, A Nova, T Barrington, PFP 372, Iceni, Man Fly. What's poppin' to you? Looking forward to hanging out with y'all for a week. What's up? Could you throw the vein in the house? DWC. Why? You got your hands put. I do have my hash pipe, but now I got my right mic on. What you got smoke on? Ganja ghost in the house. What's this alright ass? Smiley's Gardens hanging in there. See if I get over it. Whoa. Oh. What up, Mr. Smiley?
Hello, man.
How are you today?
Good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. No complaints. Smoking a little bit of ash.
Nice. What kind of hash? Like mix or any specific?
I'm not quite sure. If I remember right, I believe this is a hunk of some stuff that old Brett Anderson in chat had passed. So I'm not exactly sure what the makeup is, but it's definitely good. Old school, kind of like just pressed heads. What you smoking on this evening?
Roll up some Skywalker OG. Oh, shit.
Super heady, usually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. I dig the flavor of it. I like it.
How's the week been?
It's been flying by, man. It's been good. What you guys doing?
Yeah, this kind of flew by. Last fucking few weeks, as far as that goes. It's flown by.
Yeah. That was pretty good interview with Fumador. That was cool. I didn't realize we're having him on.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
You definitely rattle on.
It was a long one. I was wondering if he'd go the distance, but he made it.
Shit, he does like 10-hour stints too.
Right?
I was at one point, I thought, I don't know if he does now. He kind of changed up. He was doing a daytime thing. That was cool.
Right on. It's a good time slot. Somebody should take advantage of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. Oh man, fucking sore and stiff and planting veggies outside and shit. This weather's not
Nice.
nice. I don't know. I'm nervous now. I seen a thing are gonna cool down again, but I don't think it's supposed to be like frost and shit.
So how cool is cool? I thought we were out of the woods as far as like cool weather.
Upper 40s I thought I saw, so it ain't bad.
Oh, it's not terrible. But some bats that got out of control. Things can get a little like fizzy.
Yeah. What is it? Kombucha?
Like kombucha, yeah.
Sriracha?
Guava goodness, yes.
Ooh. Gotta come up with exotic fruit names and exotic.
I had Island Bliss yesterday. It was pretty good.
Nice.
I'm liking the honestly, and they're two different beasts, really, but I think that's just a way to pick your pocket. The mushroom elixir pops there. Where them were good, man. I like the way they made me feel, and tasted good for something that was loaded up with mushrooms. You would have never guessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is cool. So I'm back in the brown jars again.
Nice.
Gotta pop them every day and shit. First week, then do every third day. Second week, then get a good feel for where they're at. Perfection.
Nice.
I was
That's
venoming
nice.
turkey bags is the way forward. The turkey bag actually works pretty damn well. I mean, like, it fit pretty good. Better than the Ziplocs and all that. Like,
You know, have you tried those the cure bags yet?
no, but I bet they work because there's a definite difference in material or whatever. Like from a turkey bag to the Ziploc bags, even the big 1 gallon, 2 gallon ones. Fit about, you know what I mean, half pound in or some shit. Turkey bag, you can dump it all in there and it keeps pretty nice. Put it in like a bucket if you're real dry or something.
They keep trying to make it easier for the growers, don't they?
Yeah, it's a lot different. Well, anything, you know. Shit. I was just thinking that too. I was talking to Canna Trooper earlier, and fucking, yeah, I think there is a big movement of people like gardening now that weren't, and like, or they did when they were little, or did, you know what I mean, for whatever reason they weren't, and now they are again, and like, seems like there's a lot of people I talk to, and they're like, yeah, I planted some shit, and like, you know, like, yeah, we started like 3 beds now, or whatever, you know what I mean? They always got a story of some type. So, I dig it though. I think we're on the move, man. If we get like, what was it? We had to move like 5% of the population started a garden. We'd fucking triple what they're doing and shit. Let's go.
It's a line that needs to be interrupted these days. They took the line down the wrong path.
Yeah, who gives a fuck if we can get your shit cheaper?
Look at it all nice, bright, and sunny there.
Yeah, no shit. What up, suck up?
What else, okay?
What's happening, guys? It's been a while.
Right.
I'm
Glad
kind
to
of
see
digging
you.
this. Kind of digging this early time slot, man. I can actually show up and hang out.
Glad
in the greenhouse, you got shit planted or what?
Not really.
What?
Not really.
What the fuck?
I got actually I got one little tiny itty bitty baby popping up right now in the greenhouse, and that's see if I can show you this here. Little tiny guy just popped up the other day. That's all I got going so far this season.
What the fuck, man?
It's been kind of a weird situation around here lately. So I had a bunch of shit planted. I got to jump on everything this season, veggie garden, the whole 9 yards, because I usually lag and don't get around to doing shit till like, June, July. And I started off in December clearing out some more spots and getting everything ready and prepped, and planted shit late January, early February. Everything was going bitching, and then California got prison raped with the fucking weather. So everything got fucking frozen out and snowed on, and
oh yeah, that's right. You guys get hit with snow.
Yeah, we got fucking hammered. So it just kind of, it was kind of a kick in the nuts right there. I had like 15 seedlings die. Bunch of fucking veggies died. So I just been kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna wait. What's that?
So what did you pop?
Right now the only one I got going is a little baby hippie goggles.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had to be one. I mean, that's a good one.
Right. I really want to do that Bingo Smile again, outside, just because of I did that one last summer in the greenhouse, and I started it like late July, and by Halloween it was, hit the fucking roof of the greenhouse and started growing down the fucking roof. Like it went up, bent over, and started growing back down. So, and I actually still have 2 mason jars of that. So we'll see what happens. But some shit's going to be changing here in the SoCal universe pretty soon. So I'll have all my free time to tend to the garden.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, well, fuck, I might as well announce it here on the fucking Eagle Show. This dumb motherfucker made some fucking smart moves over here. And as of August, I get to retire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had set a goal years ago that I wanted to retire by 55. And I fucking exceeded my goal, and I'm 7 years ahead.
Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome.
So, yeah.
Congrats, man. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. So, it just goes to show, if you set your mind to shit, you can do it.
Yeah, now just imagine all the other bones you can break while you're at it. What's your time on your hands?
Right? Exactly. The funny thing is, I just bought a fucking new dirt bike a couple months ago, too.
Yeah.
So, I've actually only ridden it twice. I bought it in March. I went out the first time. I went out to Glamis, the first fucking ride, and blew the living fuck out of the motor.
All right.
Fucking grenaded it. The guy at the shop was like, dude, I've never seen a motor this bad. And he's been in business for 40 some odd years. So
what did you do? Let's get it. Just saw your badass did it in or what?
Yeah, it was the motor's kind of built, because I don't do anything stock. And it's all the fuel injected, computerized bullshit now. And the mapping system for all the computer kind of fucked up on me. And because that happened, it threw my timing off. It threw everything off. And, me going fucking big, just, grenaded that fucking motor. It melted the piston to the cylinder.
Yeah, I melted it down. Leaned it out.
Yeah, full on fucking meltdown. Like my valves look like they went through a goddamn acetylene torch. So it was bad. It was bad. But the good part was I didn't have to pay a dime for the repairs because it was all under warranty. So I gotta
gonna fuck it up. You might as well melt it down in a blaze of glory, eh?
Oh yeah, it went down in a fucking There was like liquid metal drips. There were actually drips of fucking metal in the bottom end.
The hell did you put in the thing? TNT.
Race fuel. Smoked some cardboard socks and went to fucking town in the sand dunes. So, you know, I just, I guess I went too big too quick on a new motor.
Yeah, I'd say. It's a good indicator, I'd say.
Yeah. But, you know, it's brand new. So, the whole fucking motor's brand new. So, I took it out once after that, after I got it back from the shop, and, you know, I babied it the whole time. So, you know, and I'm going out next weekend, and I'm going to pretty much baby it next weekend and get it all broken in properly. And then after that, it's on. So,
yeah, we had 3-cylinder, 2-cycle, 600 triple road tax motors in our race cars, and they would like leaning it down and changing the jetting was like a art. You know what I mean? Like that was like a huge part of it. People don't get it, but it was like you could make one change to your carburetor and have a whole different engine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a whole different engine. So especially like we would start out during the day racing, you know what I mean? So your hot laps, your qualifying, your first feature, or your first heat race might be all during sunlight, and then your feature race is at night. You know what I mean? So like all of a sudden you're racing at like 9:30 at night, and it's cooled down. The temperature's totally changed. Like you gotta adjust your carburetor, or you're gonna fucking blow up. And like it's like that. You know, like a lot of guys would burn down in the feature because they would fucking not have the right carburetor adjustment.
Yeah. Well, it takes, you know, the water vapor in the air changes, the temperature drops a little bit, you know, barometer, all that shit. People don't realize that actually comes into play a lot with these built up motors, you know.
That's where fuel injection kicks ass, because the computer or microprocessor can make the adjustment automatically based on input.
Until it goes out.
Yeah, until it goes out. That's true. Until the sensor is not working right or some shit.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I learned the hard way that once that little mapping system in the computer goes bad, you're done. You'll be you wide open fifth gear out in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden that motor is going to lock up.
I always forget yours is 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
4-stroke or whatever.
Yep. Oh, believe me, I'd love to have a 2-stroke, but they just don't make them fast enough anymore.
Ain't that going to be the thing after a while, though? Mandatory 2-stroke?
4-stroke.
Not out here. It's all mandatory 4-stroke.
Oh, man.
Fuck, y'all are going to be mandatory electric, bitch.
Right?
You're going to have like baseball cards in your spokes to make it sound cool or something.
Shit, that wouldn't even make it sound cool. That just makes you sound like like you should do a Bud Light ad. Yeah, no, it's getting bad out here. It's getting real bad out here. They're trying to take away my fucking gas stove.
Yeah, exactly.
So they've already done it to where new construction cannot have gas lines run to the buildings.
Really?
Why is everything pushed towards electric, though? Yeah, so that's what I don't get. Like, electric's not free either. Like, it's fucking... You know,
right, but you know, according to these fucking tree huggers, mining lithium and cobalt is better than mining, you know, natural gas and coal.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's still gonna be that because you got to do that to produce the electricity. Like,
right?
People don't get that. It's basically like pouring gas into a generator to run the generator to charge a car.
Right. Oh no, we can't do that. Gas generators are banned out here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. My power goes out. How am I supposed to run my generator? You
Well,
know,
that's the idiocracy of it. If legitimately, if more of the population does have electric cars, now you have, say millions of people coming home from work and plugging their car in. That's a
right?
huge draw. I mean, like, that's a huge add-on to the electrical grid. Like, what the fuck? You got to have something in plan at least, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, so there was I read a thing about a trucking company. They're like a local trucking company. They deliver local shit. And I forget what state it was in, New York or one of those fucking blue states from hell. They were thinking about switching their entire fleet to electric trucks. So when they did the math on, what it would take to put it on all the charging stations and all that, it came up to where they needed, I want to say it was like 20 megawatts to charge all their vehicles. Apparently, the city they're in only pulls 3 megawatts, and for the entire city to operate. So when they put in their proposals to the planning department asked them if it was a joke with the numbers they'd given them. Come to find out, even the plant that builds those electric trucks runs on 1 megawatt. So it's 19 times the amount of power to charge the truck than it is to build the truck. How the fuck does that make sense?
I thought it was kind of crazy that the weight that came into play with that. So like each battery was like a ton or something. It was like maybe even more than that. It could have been like 8,000 pounds. Yeah, it was
It was
8,000 pounds.
8,000 pounds per battery, and they need 4 of them. And then they did the math on the travel time, the distance, the cost, all of that. And these guys are saying, I can go to the local truck stop, fill my tank in 15-20 minutes to fill both tanks on the diesel, and drive 1,200 miles. Well, to go with electric, they can go charge their trucks for 12 to 14 hours to drive 300 miles.
And that price is like the same, isn't it? Really close to the
Pretty
draw
close,
electricity.
yeah. But now here's where it gets even funnier. So our governor, Gavin Nutscum, announced one day that they're banning all new gas vehicles in California as of 2035. The very next day, he goes on TV and says, please do not charge your electric vehicles because we're in the middle of a heat wave and our power grid cannot sustain the extra loads. So how the fuck does that even make sense?
It is funny, dude. Like, we gotta have badging on certain models, or like even the reefer unit, because it runs on diesel and all that. They got to be clean burn, clean idle certified or whatever is like the sticker
Right.
put on there and shit. And then these guys have to come in so often, and like we got to do a extra maintenance to those so that they can stay California compliant and haul shit into California or whatever. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they get stopped at the border and fucking no, you ain't allowed. Your emissions don't pass or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
hooked up, man. That's crazy, right? Like,
Well, they also did a thing too where any truck, when I say truck, I'm talking semis, not your Ford F-150. Any truck older than 2010 is banned from use in California.
yeah.
So explain to me how, Joe Trucker, who's an owner operator, he bought a truck in 2011, spent $100,000 or what, $200,000 for some of these trucks. But now he can't operate in California, yet the guy still owes fucking 70 grand on this truck. And you expect him to just, dump it and go buy a new one that's going to be, 225, 250.
Yeah,
Just so he can stay in business. It's bullshit.
The cost alone. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I'm all for like controlling emissions, and I do think it came a long way. But they had a lot of hurdles in that, like the whole DEF system and like diesel emissions were like crazy.
Right.
Guys were always like deleting it. They would get the new diesel truck, and then they'd run it to the shop, and the guy had a fucking delete kit he'd put on there, and bam, they're on their way, you know.
Yep.
But just by deleting the emissions, you gained like 150 horsepower or some shit. It was stupid.
Yeah. What is it, like
And-
the Banks kit that they put on? The 6-gun or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and the delete kit was, you know, $1,500 or something. But any fucking repair you had to do to that emission system was at least $2,500. Whatever part it was, it's at least that. You know what I mean? It's like things are crazy expensive to fix. It's stupid.
Right. What gets me is the price of diesel. I don't know what you guys are paying out there, but it's over $5 here again, closer to $5.50.
Back down here.
And diesel's like the shit left over from making regular gas.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's also what they categorize as a sweet crude. So it's one of those things that can be pumped out of the ground and without little work be put right into a fucking gas tank. So
Right.
it's the easiest fuel to manufacture as well.
Right. Yeah, it's getting fucking stupid out here. It's getting really stupid. But you know, what do we do? I live in a state where 100,000 square mile fucking area is controlled by 20,000 square miles of fucking liberal douchebag idiots. I've been saying for a long time, if you took California and went from LA inland to the San Fernando Valley and then north to Sacramento and then back out to the ocean and cut that section out and let them float away, we'd be like fucking Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yep. We'd be one of the most fucking redneck states there is.
Kentucky just passed cannabis.
See, there you go.
Kentucky did?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
That was one of them ones I didn't think I'd ever see that. But yeah, you're right. That's huge.
That's fucking big.
Didn't realize this year, when's that take effect? All the people are gonna be like, hell yeah, we got this shit handled.
Right? I saw a thing the other day talking about people driving high. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, the people driving high now were the people that were driving high before it was legal.
Right. That's all we ever did was drive around and get stoned, dude. That's all we ever did.
Right. Or look for weed. Yeah.
I got a pretty good, I mean, knock on wood, I got a pretty dang good driving record. I haven't been in a lot of accidents or a bunch of tickets or stupid shit. You know? Granted, I've had a few accidents.
I've had my fair share of accidents, but they've all been, you know, single vehicle, and I couldn't really claim them on insurance because, you know, insurance doesn't cover you when you're doing 100 miles an hour off road.
Yeah, see, I wasn't doing shit like that. Young and dumb, maybe, I don't know. I used to drive a lot more aggressively now. I kind of try to cut, I guess. I do get frustrated though, like this, yeah. We gotta talk about stuff different. It's like the disgruntled show.
Right.
We're like the grumpy men and the Muppets or whatever.
Dude, you know the ones that piss me off is the fucking Karens in their Prius that'll fit in the left lane doing like 50.
It's frustrating. But what's going on this weekend? You guys got anything going?
No. I'm working.
Same here, hopefully.
It's supposed to be rainy and shit here, so.
I think it's supposed to be nice up here.
Yeah.
Could be wrong on that. Last check it.
Yep, I got to work. I got a couple months left, and then I'm done though.
Yeah, man, that's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
You need to take up like knitting or something.
Hell no. Hell
Huh?
no.
No?
Not even. No, I'm gonna
Shame.
take up gardening.
Okay.
Gardening and deer hunting. See, my thing is that I just tagged out this weekend. I fucking limited out on turkey, and the season closes next weekend. So, deer season starts out here on September 2nd. I'm done as of August 1st. So, I got from basically now until New Year's to find my deer and kill them.
Yeah.
So that'll be my focus from the day I retire until New Year's.
Murdering Bambi's daddy.
Fucking A.
You better
You
see a
gotta
picture of him hanging, man. Hell yeah.
Right? Yeah, I want to kill Bambi's mom and Bambi's dad because I got my either sex tag and I got my other tag. So I I'll kill the whole family, dude.
Some bitch.
Right? Right? Hey, dude, Bambi's mom tastes pretty goddamn good on the smoker. Gotta say.
Yeah. Do you bring it to a butcher? Or do you do it?
No, I'll do it all. I'll do it all myself. I mean, there's no reason to take it to the butcher. They're just gonna charge me for shit I can do here.
Yeah.
It was cool though. Sunday night we had dinner that consisted of absolutely nothing that came from a grocery store.
Oh, it's a good dinner.
Yeah. I tracked down and killed the turkey, and then all the veggies and shit came out of the garden. So that was kind of nice.
Goals, man.
Dude,
My first trip to the farmer's market today.
nice.
So grab some fucking grapes and some cucumbers. I don't know. I like the farmer's market. Get them fresh veggies and shit from there.
Yep. Well, and you can tell the difference between farmer's market or your own garden and store bought. You can actually tell the difference. It's almost like the store bought stuff doesn't taste like, for lack of a better word, it doesn't taste as clean.
the grapes I bought today, I got red grapes. I've been eating red grapes from Walmart. And the red grapes I got from the farmer's market were like, the flavor level was way higher than the ones I've been getting from Walmart recently, anyway.
Where are they growing grapes locally?
Well, not locally. That's the same thing I kind of wondered when she said she had some. I'm like, still
Got
taking
that shit from Costco and brought it to the market.
They were still good.
Broke it down. Yeah,
That's a fruit right there that I really enjoy. And I was like literally like 2 years ago looking out the back window and like looking at this big fat water filled grape. And I'm like, man, they selling this to me by the pound, and all they had to do is just fill this sack full of water. Man, I'm in the wrong I'm producing the wrong shit.
Special
Growing some grapes, pumping them bitches full of water.
Now I'm excited, dude. Our strawberry bed's just fucking blowing up, man. Clusters of flowers everywhere. It's so awesome. We're gonna have hella strawberries.
Fresh strawberries are always good.
And we got a rhubarb in the backyard, like in a perfect little spot for it, I guess. But it's been there since we moved in, and fucking huge leaves on the thing. It looks like a prehistoric fucking rhubarb. It's like this big, dude. Like you get the rhubarb, the stem or whatever, to the leaf or They're like this big around. It's fucking crazy.
What do you do with rhubarb? I know they're rhubarb pie, but other than like rhubarb pie, what do you do with rhubarb?
I mean, yeah, she's gonna try to make rhubarb barbecue sauce.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna try. She's gonna try that. Yes, please.
Nice, nice.
Hell yeah.
I've never even had rhubarb pie. What's rhubarb pie? You ever had pie? Have you ever had pie?
It's
Is it
tart.
like fruity?
Yeah, the rhubarb's real tart. And we mix it with the strawberries, so that's one of the plans. Is we make like a strawberry. She make like a strawberry. That's what you
Tart,
do
kind of,
her. She
right?
does the
Go get water.
she does the shit.
Go drink water.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Gonna
Thanks.
put a little different fertilizer down. Like last season, I put down. I just had some chicken manure stuff. Like I don't know, it was like pelletized chicken manure or whatever. And I just spread some of that on there, but that shit's like higher in nitrogen. And the plants were like, I don't know, the shoots of the leaves were from the strawberry were like 14 inches tall, like they're a foot and a half. You know what I mean? Like, and the leaves and the individual leaves were like ginormous. Like I remember that from last year. This year, I put down something different. It's in an organic mix or whatever. It's got feather meal and shit like that in it, but it's like a 3-4-4 or something. So add a little more potassium and phosphorus and put that down. And now they're shorter and the leaves aren't as big, but they're throwing flower clusters like fucking crazy. Like they're like everywhere there's a flower cluster, it's like 7 or 8 of them. Or like last year it was like 3.
Do
Pretty
you
cool to
think that
see.
it's just due to the nutrients or due to, it being a little bit more established this year?
Could be a little of both. I don't know. I was excited because I'm applying it with love, weeks before in the spring, and then to see them bloom and blossom in this way makes me smile. So it's yeah, man. I don't know. It's like that with like I don't know. You build a organic bed. Yeah, you mix some shit in or whatever, bone meals and whatever. And, you mix some shit in there, and then you plant your stuff and water it. And it's cool to see it. You know, see it work out. I guess.
What you got there? Those lemons?
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Way too many lemons.
Way too
fuck
much.
ton of lemons on there, dude.
Yeah. And I've already picked probably 100 of them.
That's a ton. Wow.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I was picking lemons in January.
That's sweet. You gotta make lemonade, right?
I'm so sick of lemonade.
What? How can you get sick of lemonade?
Dude, when you're picking 15, 20 a day, it gets old. I mean, look at this. These branches are getting so heavy, they're starting to freaking droop down.
It's crazy.
That's
I
just
don't
one
know.
tree, eh?
Yeah, it's just one little tree. But,
How
I
old
mean,
the tree is
look
that?
at that. I was here when I moved in, so it's pretty old. And according to the neighbors, it's been here for quite a long time.
Oh, yeah. Do you do
But,
anything like put down any compost by it or anything, or
I don't even water it.
you don't even water? You just let it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet,
I don't do shit to it. But I mean, look at the size of these things too. They're like,
Yeah, dude, they're throwing down, man. That's like
yeah,
beautiful, like lemons.
right. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And there's
How
little
do you know when to
blossoms
pick 'em?
everywhere too.
How do you know when to pick them? You just pick them yellow, or is there like a?
Just yeah, I just pick them when they're big, basically.
Okay.
Like obviously,
It's not like you got like 100 of them there to pick still right now, right?
oh yeah, I could probably shake this tree and 60 will fall out.
Wow.
But like obviously, these ones aren't ready.
Even though
But but this one right next to it's ready. That one's ready. That one's not. So, yeah, I mean, there's even on the ground. They're everywhere on the ground. You know, they're just falling off. But I don't even water this damn tree. It just gets, you know, whenever it rains, which this year has been way too much. But I mean, even like back in the middle of it, it's just freaking loaded.
It is, man. That's insane.
Right. I was trying to root it, but that didn't work out. So
Did it just kill the branch? Is that
no, it just like it never did anything.
all? There's no.
Man, it never. I mean, it started to root out a little bit, but
Yeah, keep it watered.
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it again. My brother wants a cut from this thing, so I'll try it again.
Should try cutting it anyway if it's got them little roots and see what it does.
Yeah, I might. But you know,
Surprise.
but the pepper garden's starting to get going too. So it's hard to see on camera, but they're still all tiny.
What peppers you got going?
Let's see. I got orange peppers, banana pepper, devil's tongue, bell peppers. That whole row, this whole last row is all bell peppers. I got more sweet banana peppers. This one is, which one was this? This one was serrano pepper, poblano, and then one of these over here is Carolina Reapers. And then got fucking Brussels sprouts going on right there.
Yeah. Now, do you eat all the peppers, or you make like a hot sauce or something, or what do you do? Salsa or what?
All of the above.
All of the
All of the above. And then right here in my little windmill thing, I took a handful of just like wildflower seed and threw it out there. It's all like pollinator mixed. So I'll come out here in the mornings, and these little guys, because they actually look pretty cool, but they're loaded full of bees.
That's cool.
So that's, you know, and then I got another pollinator garden going over here by the raised beds. This one, I threw cover crop in to overwinter it. And that whole pile that you see right there, I figured I'm just going to compost it all because that pile is probably 3 feet tall. So I'm just going to let that all, you know, compost in. And I still got to get out here and do this bed. I've been lazy about it. I just chopped it all out last week. And then this one, my big bed. Dude, this thing was overgrown. I couldn't even see my Dynatrap through all the freaking peas and green beans that were in this thing. I just harvested all those last week, so this is all starting to come back. Strawberries are taking it over.
Dude, they migrate, man. Strawberries are crazy. They're all
this all, yeah. This whole bed started from
one bed. It's crazy.
This all started from one strawberry plant.
Oh,
I've actually ripped
a couple years. That whole fucking bed will be It's crazy.
It was. I ripped out a shitload of them. Now the funny thing is, I ripped a bunch out and just threw them over the fence. And
they started over there.
Did yeah? There's my little pollinator garden going on. Got some cool shit in this though. These things are pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're in the no mow May.
Yeah.
Trying to let the pollinators do their thing and shit. all the bugs come out, you know what I mean? Good and bad, whatever, but all of them kind of come out when the weather's really hits certain temperatures. So you got to give them time to figure shit out. And then
Yep. Dude, I'll tell you what, you want beans and pollinators, fucking plant some, whatever the hell this shit is. Lavender.
oh yeah,
Dude, they're all over that. But I got a whole other thing of pollinator blend over here. It's going fucking crazy.
I got to do some shit with mine, but we got some flowers around that are actually kind of invasive. I don't even know what kind. They're little purple flowers, but they fucking take over the whole thing. But they're pretty good with attracting, pollinators and stuff too. So it works out. So you're already getting strawberries.
Yeah. Problem is, I got to get to them before the freaking bugs do.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hard part is getting all the strawberries.
Right.
But whatever, I'm
These are the
gonna
ones.
have this year that it's letting you have a few of them.
Well, all of these out here, I just kind of threw them over the fence, and they're going fucking crazy. They rooted and started growing.
Pretty wild how that works.
Right. I can't get anything else to grow. I fucking throw those over the fence, and they go fucking ape shit.
What's up, Cantu?
What's going on, sir? How you guys doing? Hell yeah.
Doing fucking good. Eating a strawberry, his heart was still beating about 2 minutes ago.
Screaming with nutrition.
Right.
Best way to do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, man. The other night, eating dinner, and everything came from the garden, and the deadly end of the bow. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. I can't wait to get my potatoes going. They're in the ground, but I would have expected them to be popping up, but I haven't seen any of them yet. So
Oh, I'm already battling the bugs with the potatoes.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah. And I planted the Hugo mound just to see what happened with that. I got potatoes that are doing really good around the edges of it. And then up through the middle of it, I planted corn and green beans to see what happens.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know.
put corn this year. I don't know.
Well, I figure worst case scenario,
It takes up
I can
some
just do.
space.
Well, my Hugo bed is in a completely unusable spot. I mean, not unusable, but unfeasible. So I figure worst case scenario, I'll just do a chop and drop on everything and call it compost for next year. And let that bed kind of do its thing and get good over the next couple of years.
Dick.
I gotta plant my cucumbers, my zucchini, a pumpkin. What else is there? Beans. We're gonna do pole beans and bush beans and some peppers out there too. Not as many this year though. For whatever reason, I got a fuck ton of onions. I don't know why I planted so many onions, but we got a fuck ton of onions. And they're all doing kick ass too. They've been in for a few weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple out there that I could probably pull, but I got 10 of them in the kitchen already. So I figure, I'll just let them go. Worst case scenario, they'll just rot into the ground and turn into, soil for the food web or food for the, yeah, what I'm trying to say. Ashes to ashes kind of a thing.
I would imagine they keep just going, don't they? They just spread off, don't they? Like break in two, like like a tulip or some shit.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Like the tuber gets so big and then they split, and then the next year you got two plants.
Yeah, we'll find out. But I'm just gonna let those go for a while and see what they do.
I planted some of them from seed, so I'm kind of curious to see the difference between like the seeded plant and the sets. The sets are really taking off, so the seeded plant's
Yeah.
got to get going.
Yeah, I think from seed everything takes a little longer, but established is a lot more more solid in the end, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I had yams going on, and I thought they were ready to harvest, so I freaking yanked them all out, and they're all like little fucking tiny ass. Like you got to eat 60 of them to make it worth it.
Yeah, those are supposed to be real big, aren't they? The sweet potatoes are.
Yeah, yeah. So I got one in the kitchen right now that's starting to resprout the little spurs or whatever they call them, the shoots.
Yeah.
So I'll give those a little bit longer, and then I'll take those shoots and root them out and plant those.
Yeah, throw them in the ground, dude. They get plenty of time, I imagine. You're in the late season.
Well, they take like 9 months. So,
Yeah.
you know, and our growing season out here is pretty much from, with the exception of this year, our season's like January to January.
For kids.
Sorry.
I really miss having a garden myself. I haven't had one since I moved north. But man, I would love to fucking do it again. Dude, probably I should have started years ago with a raised bed or some shit instead of trying to rebuild all that fucking sand.
Just go right in the ground if you can. Yeah.
Right. Well, at the other place there, that terrain there was like nothing but sand. Nothing but sand.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna necessarily just garden anything over there until you did some rebuilding or brought some type of soil in.
Yeah, last year where I did my tomato bed, it wasn't. I don't know. We laid cardboard down and I put like 3 inches of I bought some soil in or whatever and put about 3 inches on. This year I had all those pots from the fucking barn, so you know what I mean. I got like 10 yards of soil from that shit. So I was like, I just added like 6 inches to the whole fucking tomato bed. Like I was digging in to transplant them all by hand and shit. It was all like nice little. I gotta wiggle my arm down right to my, you know what I mean, right to the bottom of it or whatever. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to open up some more spots in the yard. I got a big old spot behind the garage that would be perfect for some you know, just ground gardening type deal.
What else on the Dan?
Here's y'all. Sorry
We're
for the big
talking
thunder.
about veggies. I got you.
What's happening?
What's up?
Yeah, man.
What are you smoking on over there?
I don't know.
Me?
Get it? Got it?
No, it's fucking the audio's
Got
fucked
it.
up. I'm gonna jump out. I'll jump back.
There he is.
I don't know what it's doing.
Now we can hear you. Oh,
One in, one out. Here
Right?
comes green fingers.
uh-huh. Speaking of vegetables,
Nice recycle.
Man,
What up, green fingers?
What up,
Shoot.
man? How you been, man? It's been a while.
Good.
plotting is take over the world.
One day at a time.
Here comes Thunder Dan again. Hopefully his audio works. He bring the funny.
Audio.
Can you hear me now?
We can
Really?
hear you now.
Well,
Now
I
we
can
hear
fucking hear you, so let's do it.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, cheers. How are y'all?
You're great, man. How you doing?
Well, I was listening and I crawled out of the grow room because Smiley was talking onions and talking seeds and starts. The best time to plant onion seeds is in the fall. So what happens is they come up and then they overwinter, and then those sets are already in the ground for the following year because onions bolt on the second year. So a lot of times when you plant starts, they they grow to a certain size and then they want to try to bolt on your ass so that they can produce seeds out of the heads and try to reproduce.
Right.
But so it's actually better if you want a big slicing onion to put on sandwiches or whatever the fuck, to get them like grocery store size to go in fall of the following year.
So the sets are going to blow them away.
Yeah, you get a jump on it because you ever notice your yard onions come up first? You'll be like, fuck, man, the snow melted 2 days ago and yard onions are already fucking up. Yeah, so they do the same thing. They just get a jump on it.
I don't know how. Yeah, onions.
Really?
That's it.
Maybe
Yard
that's not
onion?
maybe that's not a Michigan thing. We have wild onions down here that fucking pop up as soon as it gets fucking warm.
Oh no shit.
I thought you were talking
So-
about liberals, but
So I might be wrong for your area, Smiley. Let me say that. There is a fucking caption on my fucking knowledge. It's only for down here. I can't say about the fucking frozen tundra that you live in.
I've seen
Yeah,
some
wow.
ones around here like smell like an onion or whatever. I don't know if they actually had like I didn't pull them up or nothing, but I've found stuff in the woods before like that. Looked like an onion, smelled like an onion.
Yeah. Like ramps?
Like what?
Ramps?
Rams.
Yeah. You never heard of a ramp? It's like a onion and a garlic crossed and they made a wild fucking thing and it grows out in the woods.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Ramps.
Yeah.
I got garlic going. I didn't know if it crossed with an onion.
Well, no, it's just another plant. It's just how people describe it. Oh, look at you, Cantaloupe. Grape in it. Are those the cotton candy grapes? No.
Oh, they're just green grapes.
Okay.
It was funny. Everyone talking about grapes, and I was literally on my way to the grocery store to get grapes. So,
I was asking about them today. She said that's like a late year species there. I'm like, man, I have my eye open. I love them cotton candy grapes.
Yeah.
they got them on the shelf down here.
Hell, you didn't get none?
No, these are cheaper.
Yeah, I like the purple ones the
They're a
best.
little more.
No, I get like twice as many for less than for a bag of those. But they are
Man, you know you want that OG Kush?
I'll take them beasters.
Did you get your autos yet?
Nah, man, I haven't popped them yet. June 1st, I'm gonna pop them.
The good thing about an auto, you don't have to fucking be controlled by time.
Yeah, that's it. You just gotta calculate 90 days from the day you pop them, right? I don't want any of those super autos. I just want a 90-day auto. Nothing beyond that.
What's
Something
the auto plan, the pathway?
Don't kill them. That's the plan.
No.
Don't murder the motherfuckers.
So you're not starting them in the oven.
No concrete.
No oven
concrete
tech.
in the mix.
Yeah, no oven tech on this one. Too goddamn expensive. But yeah, go treat them good, man. I got some 15 gallons, I think, or 10-gallon pots.
Okay. You're just gonna start them right in the big pot.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. June 1st, I can move most of the shit upstairs outside, and then I'll have.
Can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
And then I'll just lay down the 15 gallons.
You got a plan for growing them.
So, are you
Day
gonna be?
7, you're gonna break its neck.
No, man, I'm gonna treat them
What's
good.
the bet? Like, what are you
Put a
gonna
bend
win?
over.
It's just to do it, or what? Like, is there a bet on it, or?
Not yet, man. It's just to verify the smack talk. I gotta grow the latest, right? My smack talk is at least 5 years out. So now if I smoke it this season, do the best I can, the smack talk's gonna continue, or it's gonna shut the fuck up. quit downplaying those autos, man. I'm gonna try them out.
Do we gotta write like a speech that you gotta say if you like it?
Prepare throughout the year. Yeah. I'm sure there's still going to be some, downsides to this, but it might turn out okay. I'm okay. I'm an open-minded motherfucker.
Okay, so in the event you do like them, are you gonna just switch over and start growing all of them?
I'm already. The plan is to already.
Guy then, like
the plan is to self them. I got some STS spray. That I'm gonna just hit them up. I'm gonna take 50% of them, half of those motherfuckers. I only got 7 seats. Yeah, straight up, major auto. But the auto is ODDTOS, autos.
Damn, don't we already have a major auto? Isn't that
autos?
Wait,
I got ODDDOS. Yeah, autos. Yeah, I think I like those ones. Autos.
ODDS. Insurance from him.
Are you going to be watering those autos with Bud Light?
Yeah. Training fluid. Going to be using training fluid. No, I'll treat him good, man. I'm going to give this guy a treatment. 444. That's it. Rock it out.
I hear if you water your plants with Bud Light, they herm out on you.
Ooh, save on the spray.
Hey. Bud Light's free right now too in some spots, so it works,
Yeah, that just might happen.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. The whole backlash. They lost billions on that shit.
Yep.
Hey, Major, let me ask you this. What are you looking for in the autos? Are you looking for size? Or are you looking for flavor? Or what are you looking for?
The complete package, Danny boy. The complete package, man.
Okay.
I know the size isn't going to be there, right? We want potency. We want the terps. And hopefully less than 90 days, right? I don't want anything that's 120-day auto or approaching that bullshit. I just want straight up flip.
Something that you would consider a keeper at the end.
So 1st of September.
Anything above an 8, right? It has to. If it's not an 8, it's not going to be in the. It's just not going to be there.
I mean, if you would want to grow it again, you'd be like, "Oh man, I can't grow this shit again."
Let's not go too far down this road, because at the end of this road might be tears. Let's not go too far.
That's why he's spraying everything with the fucking super sport juice.
Yep, just in case.
Hey, I like
always
this
seeds. There's always seeds option.
Have you ever noticed how seeded bud is a little bit different than the unseeded bud, though? It's like the seeded bud's got some fucking wrecking ball. It's got Miley Cyrus riding on the side of that son of a bitch, and then you grow it, no seed, I mean, you can get there, but it ain't the same.
Well, Dan, I'm not too sure if you're married or not, but have you ever been around a woman who's not pregnant versus a woman who's carrying child? There you go. If she's bearing
yeah.
offspring, she's vicious. You ain't gonna mess with Mama Bear.
That motherfucker's crazy for the 6 months after she pops that rascal too. I looked at mine one day and said, "Damn, you showed back up." I was wondering for a minute. I was fucking wondering, but being a heat and air man, I can go hide. Something to do.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Eject.
Yeah. I presume there's some kind of weird chemistry happening there. It might be all psychological, but man, that seeded bud, it's a little different for sure.
And if you get some seeded bud from outside, it's fucking triple threat.
You think it's more potent? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know if
Miley Cyrus.
Well, what
the wrecking ball, man.
The termination of potency might be always sleepiness, right? That's always seems to be a product of potency, right? Shall we say like, oh, this one's heavy, it'll put you to sleep, that wheelchair wheel, fucking stone you.
Or narcotic,
like that type of stone. But there's also that sativa that they'll trip you out, they'll make you uncomfortable around people, make you a little sweaty. You're like, what the hell's this stuff? Little upbeat thing to it, right? That
could be,
can also be potency.
You think it's because the calyx dies on the outside of the seed hole, and so those trichomes amber the fuck out?
Did you just say seed hole?
Hole.
The
same okay, sorry.
Hole around it.
My mind's
hole.
subjective here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You got to come down south some, man.
Get
out
think
of the
it's
north.
more like you guys were headed down the right path there
Find you some old
with
clinics.
the female being pregnant or not being pregnant. I think they have plans putting out more hormones, all kinds of extra bullshit is what the difference in the high there. 100%. She's overworking at that point.
It'd be real cool to see the certificates, man, on that shit. The COAs on that, man.
I ain't gotta have them, man. I've smoked them. I've done that same shit, ran the same flower unseeded, and been like, "What happened to you?" Like, I need to throw at least one seed in your ass just to fucking get it going. Light bulb weed, though, not outside.
What's up, Blue Kiss?
Hello.
Checking for pop seeds. I put 30 seeds in water 3 days ago. They stayed 24 hours into water when I put some of them into my coffee filter plastic bag tech. Some of them were already partway open, and those actually threw a pretty fucking long tail short of 24 hours. And it's like, that damn, got to get it into the riot cubes. So I got them into the root riots, and got some that are on their first sets of leaves, and then I got others that are still trying to fucking pop out of the seed head. Sweet City's taking her own fucking sweet time. I'll say that about her. Looks like I got one little tail popping right now, though.
You know you're not supposed to sit on them, right?
I got him right next to my my computer, Julio, throwing with just a little bit of heat. Just enough to get him warm, like a little egg.
Now you said a 30-hour soak?
No, I 30 seeds in a one night soak, 24 hours. And then of those 30 seeds, now some of them are actually on the first sets of leaves, and others are still waiting to on your market set go.
Yeah.
Now, after certain hours, do you give it a little, a little swizzle, or do you a little poke those seeds down in the water? You just let them float.
I can't resist.
I give it a shake toward the end, and what happens is the ones that are just floating by static tension will then just drop, because they do. And there's very few that will stay on top after 24 hours. Very few.
It's real cool.
Me are the ones that go straight to the bottom when you put them in there. It's like, wait, Where's your little air bubble, Julio? Come on. But
Have you ever tried to like align the seeds up? Like if you swirl them, they'll go in a circle. If you go back and forth, they'll go in a line. Have you noticed that shit before?
No, it's not really pay close attention to. I gotta tell you.
You got
That's
too
just
much
one thing
free.
I did. I just noticed.
Yeah,
You got too much free
I
time.
don't notice which way
Dance.
the ball swirls
Man.
at all. I just don't.
I just make them dance a little, line them up a bit in the tray, shake them.
But what I
And
did
they'll all
this
line up
time,
that way.
I
And if you
took
swirl them,
Thunder
they'll all go in a
Dan's
circle.
word. I took Thunder Dan. He did his in a little pill container, and I happened to buy pill containers to take with me to the DGC cup, because what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to load up my 50 samples in the little daily pill container, Julio's, and then I'm going to sit my ass down and I'm going to make notations on my little 50 samples and sit and smoke with my friends under a shade tree instead of standing at a bar trying to do, figure out what the fuck, take 3 samples and sit down and go stand back up. Nah.
Well, that's cool. That's
I
I
great
like
idea.
that idea.
I'm gonna
Shop
park my
through.
ass. Well, but then what you told me was that you had used those for when you started your seeds, and I went, hey, I got a lot of seeds to start. Usually I use the little quarter jars, the pint jars, and there's a lot of fucking jars when you got 30 seeds,
Yeah.
14 different varieties over 30 seeds.
And if the pill container's closed, the top's locked, and you spill it, you just lose the water. The seeds are fucking still in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's not watertight, so don't tip it and expect it to.
Yeah, it's not watertight, but it will hold it in that little bottom.
I agree. Yeah, it was a good idea. But I was dipping it out with a measuring spoon, and when there's only 1 or 2 seeds, it's like fucking chasing it around. Just get in there. Just get in there. And I had 9 super freaks in one little Julio, and I go, oh man, I was chasing just one. Imagine what 9's gonna be. First time in, I dipped out 3. Second time in, I dipped out 3, and the third time in, I dipped out 3. And I was like, so bitch, look at me. But they
pour
do
the
kind,
water
but they
off
do
and
kind of
stick
form
our finger on
attention together and come together. So that helped.
I just pour that water off.
I like using ice cube trays. Ice cube trays
then
when you're
just-
doing multiple strains.
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, well, they don't have tops, so I'm a kind of a clumsy old woman. So I need something that'll. If I go ass over apple carts, the seeds are going to be okay.
Oh, it's one of those. Get the fuck out of my way! No one move. I'm serious.
Exactly.
Don't get near
That's
me.
when the dogs start walking in front of me. No, it's when I got them into the root riot cubes, and they're into the little 6-pack pretend greenhouse, and I'm trying to walk them over to where the light's at, which is through just another door, but the dogs then decide to do these bob and weave things in front of me like I'm on the Matrix or something. It's like, God damn, you guys, we don't need to do this shit.
So that's super freak you're popping?
Yep. 9. Well, I've got 9 seeds, only half of them have popped so far. Cracked. I haven't got plants, so I don't call them successful yet.
Was the super freak regular, or was that a feminine version?
I'm afraid it's a regular.
Oh, that's perfect.
Well, I'm going to sex test them though, because I'm putting them on my flower border out here on the south side, which is what I did last year. But the 3 that I had, 2 of them were males, so I only ended up with 1. So, yeah, I'll get them sex
You
tested.
took them.
$10 a crack.
You took them full season. You took them full season then.
I
Your
took 'em up
males.
to
You took
my-
them all
I
the way
took 'em
till.
to August, which is when we flip over here in West Michigan.
Mhm.
Mid-August, usually sometimes earlier. If you've got a fast plant, you'll find part of that fastness is they'll flip about 1 to 2 weeks before some of your longer ones, which I find kind of weird. You think the longer ones would flip a little early, but no, it's the ones that are like the fast seeds and shit like that. All of a sudden you're like, what the hell?
I had a super silver haze that was finished end of September one year. I was going to chase that line because it performed very, very good.
Well, the
Despite
thing
it
is,
being-
yeah, most of you guys, when you're growing inside, when you flip, It's not a gradual, oh, I'm gonna ease into my flip. No, you flip. You go from whatever your vegetation, 16 hours, 18 hours, all of a sudden it's 12, and let's get this party started with, but nature, they graduate in, they don't just pop in. And what was
Oh, yeah.
last,
I'm
the Mac 1, I think, started flowering earlier, or was it the BLM, the banana lemon Mac? I had one that I think that was the one that started flowering really early, but then it also powdery mildewed on me like a motherfucker too, which made me so sad.
weak as that auto gene.
Well, you and your fucking auto genes. I gotta. No, but it was that one did not have a really long flowering period. I can't quite recall. I'm not running it this year, so I don't know. I'm running Mac and Jack, which is Mac 1 by Jack Herrera, I believe. Herrera.
Mac and Jack. That sounds like Mac 1 and Jack Skillington there.
That could be. I don't know.
That's a good cross, Smiley.
Mac and Jack, yeah.
Mac and Jack, yeah.
Damn, you missed that one.
I did have one little minor faux pas when I was going into the riot cubes. I popped 2 Humboldt Dream seeds, and actually I did, that is a 14-foot plant and 10 pounds per if you put it in the ground. That's what I went back to check. And so I popped 2 seeds, and they came up, they're up, and they're both in one riot cube. And the riot cube next to him is nothing's going on. It's like, some bitch. So
Miscalculation.
So yeah, I might have to do a riot cube Siamese twin separation while they're still real little.
Ah, fuck, let them rock together. Who cares?
Because I want one more, because then it'll just be a Siamese twin plant, which is it's a big fucking plant to begin with, though. Do I really want to double my fun in one spot? I'm going to pop one more seed. I want 2 plants, though, 2 actual separate plants growing side by side.
Right. I think throughout all my years, I usually pop seeds, multiple seeds per little pot anyways. Like I got up to probably 70 in a 6x6, like 6x6 inch cube, just to run through the numbers. So in 3 little pots, I can have up to like 200 plants and let them almost naturally select who's going to be taller, who's going to be stronger. And the size is usually only, no matter how many plants I have, it's not going to be like equal to, it's still only going to perform as one plant. It doesn't really help yield or anything. It's still like, the energy in the soil can only produce that much bud there. It's not as though like I'm going to yield 70 plants.
That's your limitation. So there's a limitation for every single plant, whether it's light or minerals or space. Something's gonna, unless you run the perfect plant. And if you do, give me a call. I want to see it.
Hey guys, I'm just out, man. I appreciate you hanging out. Eagle, everybody.
Appreciate you coming, Mr. Smiley.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, by the way, Smiley, you're probably be hearing from my brother that you met over at Gems and Genetics, because he took 3 packets of your seeds, and I said, if you want to know the particulars of what they're going to do, Smiley's Garden.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I said he'll tell you everything you want to know and more.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. I'll be looking for it.
All righty. Bye.
Yeah, have a good.
Good night.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow Smiley out the door. We gotta go take care of some shit. So it's good seeing you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep. Well, I'll see you probably in
Peace
this
out,
one.
SoCal.
Cheers, okay.
And then there were 6.
Thunder Dan's gone.
Dan, are you making?
I'm here. I'm still here.
Don't you be doing no Irish goodbyes on me, motherfucker.
Nah, my fucking internet was acting crazy, but it's back. It's good. It's trying to figure its fucking life out, I guess.
Yeah, it's still early.
Anyone have that like Elon Musk internet Or the fuck they call that shit? You
Internet.
know, the
No.
Starlink.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Don't have it.
No.
We're
Looked
getting
into it last year. Getting it.
yeah. The service up here is pretty. You know, we get 50 megabytes up here or gigabytes, and then beyond that, we pay $4 a gigabyte. So each month, sometimes we're paying $300, $200, and the original billing is
Damn.
like $75 or something. But you add all this extra shit, and it's always $200+, and we're got this offer
So
from
you
them
have to
that
pay to sit here. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
either way, it's unlimited for $140, which is
Oh, okay. But that's still pretty pricey.
well, up here in Canada, no, it's not. we're ripped off here. We only have like 4 suppliers of this infrastructure,
Buyers.
so that they all get in cahoots with each other. And oh yeah, we're going to give you guys 300 gigabytes in 2021. Well, it's been 2 years, motherfucker, and you guys haven't given us anything. So it's see ya.
I mean, that's what you get for wanting to build a snowman.
You want to live out in Mother Nature? Too
If you
bad.
want to live in automatic land, then that's what you get.
Hey, Major, how much time past September 1st do you have before it freezes and you're fucked?
Oh,
You
it can
start
freeze.
over?
It can freeze anytime in September, man. Anytime. I want to say
Okay.
last year it was mid-September we got a frost. So it's like, some strains are third week, some are just starting to flip.
I got
it was
you.
all. But if they're in week 3, the frost isn't too bad. 0.5 minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, just a little bit of frost, ain't no big deal. Ain't gonna do shit. It's not like a tomato plant, right? Tomato plants are super sensitive.
Yeah. Well,
Or
some
cannabis.
of them are. I had
Well-
grown 2 plants outside early to flower. They're done now. Well, actually, I got one still outside that's I should take in, but it's pretty, so I like looking at it. But anyway, the other one, it hit a frost. The Dutch treat went straight through it, no problem. But I had a gypsy juice. She drawn up and fucking died, deader than shit. I mean, just bam. I had to clone inside, so I wasn't too stressed. But it was just like, damn, you can't even take one. This other one took 5 in a fucking row in a damn 9-day period. And I had fucking broke my toe on a damn stool in the kitchen. And so I wasn't gonna go tarp that motherfucker. It was sink or fucking swim. And I got that bud over here drying.
Score.
It was I high and missed it. Did you ever make your Frankenstein plant?
I did make it, but it did not make it. So
I thought you did. I remember vaguely
Yeah.
something about getting the right size cut to cut. And
yeah, and that's she's talking about a graft where I grafted a female top onto a male rootstock. As to try not to waste fucking whatever. But
Is there a theory that it's going to turn into a male, or
That's
No
some
one
apple
knows.
tree shit right there.
yeah,
no,
supposed to be
I really
that
don't think it
freak
would do
shit.
that because apple trees don't, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no, it was
They-
more of along
they
the
keep the
lines of
variety.
like, say
Vigor.
you were only popping 4 seeds and you didn't want to pop, you wanted to pop regulars, or you had regulars, somebody gave them to you. And so you pop them and you get, that one female and the 3 boys. Well, if you could graft them, you didn't lose anything. You just graft that one female right on to these other males and then rock out with your 4 fucking plants, But I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not really prepared. I have really good ideas. I don't always line up the right preparations for. So I like grab some fucking Fiskars that got fucking hash on them and shit, right, from trimming.
They can't even
They haven't
open up
even
'cause
been
they're
fucking
stuck
cleaned.
together.
And then I take the fucking cut, pow, pow, right? And then I look around, I'm like, fuck, I didn't get any cellophane or anything to wrap this shit up with. So I see a piece on the floor and I'm like, let's get that shit. And I wrapped it up. And then I looked and was like, well, I can probably wrap this bitch with some plumbing Teflon tape and it would be just dandy, right? So I did that and then
Nerd shit back there.
propped it up with a stick, and then it probably needs to go in the bedroom. So I throw it underneath the fucking 600-watt fucking light that's on like 80 fucking percent, just getting it. And
As if it's gonna grow as if it's gonna grow at the leaf or not where it's supposed to
yeah,
grow.
I mean, technically it's one of those Dragon Alphas, so it goes up to 80 and then back down to 50. So it's just a couple of hours you're just getting that hammer put in that ass. But anyway,
I'm thinking no light would have been a better solution. I actually do. Give it a minute to think about it.
the background's gonna fuck it up here. Let me see. How do you do this? I'll show it to you. I'm not scared.
We're not scared either.
None. Right here.
Oh, ain't she pretty?
Yeah. So
She still might come back.
true to form, Teflon tape,
That's just lovely.
she just,
Yeah, I know. I do know.
but you know what? That
Just
was how many
Pass it
many
the
days
knife and give it
ago?
a hot bath already. Jesus.
Yeah, put it in the sauna.
I mean,
Go in a hot shower, get it
sit in the
steam.
world. Well, I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the day, if it was just a straight up male, it would have been chopped and chunked on the fucking floor anyway. So, there is no loss in this except for I was really hoping she was going to work, but
Next time. They don't go to the moon the first time. It takes a few fucking videos.
you got to experiment a little bit.
Sorry, I had to do that. I
She's
should be
editing
slapped.
session.
I should be slapped for being incorrigible, but nobody can reach me.
I thought next time what I would do is maybe leave, because I went all the way down to the first node. I'm going to leave the first node with the little limbs, right? And then plant the female on the top, on the second node. And so that plant's still living real good, right? And this motherfucker is on top. And then once it takes hold and the girl is living, I'll chop them fucking branches off the bottom. What you think about that? With some clean shit instead of trying to
cross those bridges when we get to the living part.
I got another one. I'm thinking about it.
I have no limit of boy plants.
I'm just going to experiment on all these boys I'm finding.
Give to the gods. Give to the gods. Sorry, man. I was channeling Game of Thrones.
I was watching a quick little thing today on fucking. It was pretty much trying close to what you're talking about, but not necessarily a male to or a female to a male there. But and then they were using tomatoes. So basically, they were taking old rooted stock and then cutting a V in that and then taking a tomato branch and stuffing it in there not to waste the root zone. So in like a few days and kind of keeping it shaded, they were basically plant up and running. Didn't even have to establish a new root zone. It basically just took over the root zone of the old plant. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of ironic. I turn around and then you come on and I'm talking about, trying that with the female there.
Well, I was thinking, how so my homie Kingfisher gave me a fucking cut of something good. It's from wherever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the plant
2020.
grows, the plant grows really short, right? And it grows a really slow fucking root zone, but it is super flavorful, like strawberry jam. So it's super nice. But what if you could plug it on a monster? So like, a big ass growing plant. You've already ran the cultivar, motherfuckers grow big ass fucking trees. And so you purposely plant a fucking seed to graft that cut onto to supercharge the cut because, you know, with the roots, you get some fruits, right? What you think? Thoughts?
They're talking duct tape in the chat, so I don't know.
Well, I can't see the chat. Sorry, guys. I come on the phone, bro.
Well, that's it. That's exactly what they do with the apples, right? They got all the different root stocks that have better resistance, that have
Yep.
better size. You can get your ultra dwarf fuckers all the way up to your root stock that will be a faster plant, but the life longevity of it isn't as long, right? There's downsides to it, but
Yeah.
it should work, Dan. I'd try that shit. Maybe like a GMO
I
cross or
mean,
some
that's
bullshit.
just where my brain goes, man. You
Or
know,
even
I'm
like
just
you-
thinking,
Like you said, there's something in seedlings that make it more vigorous, better, stronger, right? There's
I
seed
mean,
power is
you
there.
got that old cut. You want to put some pep in his step. Slam it on a fucking tap root, put it in something it can fucking grow in, right? Let it get fucking a monster again. Take you a clone. See if you don't genetically drift maybe back to the highway. I don't know, man. It's just
That's cool
it's an
thinking,
argument.
man. That's cool, dog. Yeah, that's real
Also
cool,
smoke
man.
a lot of pot in my shop. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great idea, Danny boy. That's a great idea, man. I got
I
a
just
slow
like that
motherfucker.
you're
I'll
trying
try that.
something new and growing, you know, because
Yeah.
you know, curiosity is where new innovations come from. Just saying.
Hey,
Definitely a good idea.
turned in for the night.
Down, Coco, down. What the fuck, man?
I'm gonna go.
Peace out, Canna.
Have a good night.
See you, Cantrover. Be good, buddy.
Later, Eagle.
Bye, hon.
Bye.
Peace.
Other than that, like to like kind of like maybe thicken up my root zone there, I've fucked around with kind of like an up potting method. Basically, when I up potted, I left half the plant kind of exposed, or every time.
Above
So
the water,
yeah,
above the soil.
so, yep. By the time I went from the cup to the 1 gallon, the 1 gallon to the 3, you could start seeing, excuse me, tears from the transplant. And eventually, if I watered close enough to the tears there, they would fall back and those actually roots would become exposed and then they would become hard. So they were like a tree. You ever see a tree where you've actually the roots are kind of twisted? What I kind of found from that was actually seeing after those roots hardened off, I kind of seen they became, each one of those roots kind of came almost like a plant. You know what I mean? Each one of them shot down and had their own little root zone, kind of all pushing into that plant, almost like a supercharged root zone, kind of like what you're saying there, but minus the seedling there. But I always thought that was a good way to kind of maximize the roots there. Plus, with the up potting method there, I always thought I was leaving more room in the tank for, you know, that plant that was going to go a little bit longer, or that plant that needed a little bit more newts than the rest of them do or did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by up potting, they bought me a little bit more time or a little bit more nutrients to take them that little bit extra.
Mine usually look like that because I left them in the fucking pot too long. So like I'd go from solos to the square half gallons plastic pots. And sometimes I'll fuck around and leave them in them motherfuckers till I'm ready to slam them in an earth box or a fucking 7 gal or a fucking, and then they'll be fucking square at the, you know, and then the roots will go out from there, but it's fucking starts in a fucking square, a cube.
What you growing right now?
Actually I just cut the fucking shit down. I cut the room down, so I'm kind of in reset mode. I got to get in there and clean up. But as far as new shit, I got some Vortex F2 from Spartan Grown that I've popped 5 of them. Let me see. Got a couple stank onions, a couple of Cincy stars, which are some old ass beans. So we shall see. And some Alpine blues, which are I got them in fucking Virginia. Apparently, supposedly the pine. So, you know, to be seen or whatever. But it's was it OG Christmas bud times the blue hash plant? So we shall see.
How did those vortex seeds pop for you? Were they pretty vigorous? Come out good?
Yeah, they popped real good. I got them all to pop.
Good,
I threw
good.
5 in the hole and 5 came back. So and they're I don't know, 4th or 5th node. I just threw all of them in the big room because I use the little room, which is usually my veg room, as a fucking really a dry and cure room as well. It's a dual room. So I got it fucking dry and doing its shit. And I threw them in the big room, which I usually use for flower, but it is what it is. Just turn the light on, right? But yeah. So I'm just resetting, trying to get ready, I guess. I told myself I wasn't going to do a summer run, that I was going to take the summer off and just run some plants outside. But here I am again. We're going to reset this motherfucker one more time. Anyway, but I just got done with, I mean, the same old culprits, but I got a GG4 from Donkey Kongington, who got it from Ned. So that shit, shout out to the fucking weed nerds. I fucked around and snuck back in my room to sneak some leaves, and the fucking, you know how you touch them some bitches and limbs start just dangling and shit and breaking, and the heads are fucking, oh my God. And I'm not going back in there to support you. So I just reached in there and got some of them buds, but fuck if that ain't some good bud. And some raspberry parfait. Old SoCal's Mendo Loco was in there.
Lemon raspberry parfait this summer.
Yeah, that raspberry parfait is
Popped
nice.
really nice. I put 2 seeds in.
Yeah.
One of them popped immediately, and the other one's just starting now.
And then some black forest, which is baklava times pinky promise from one of the homies, Rosin Man. So that shit is grape and fucking, I don't know, something like grandma funk. I don't know what to call it. Some
Funk.
crazy shit. Yeah, like grandma's house and shit. I don't know. It's some crazy shit, but I just hung it up. So we shall see once it's dry and cured what the fuck it really is. Always messing.
Baklava sounds sticky and sweet.
It goes.
Sounds good though. Something that I believe we have never seen in cannabis. I don't think I've ever kind of had anything that's went, that's baklava. That's kind of interesting.
It's not a big American taste. It's more European, as far as the actual baklava goes.
Right. I think Mr. Dan might have froze on us a little bit.
No, he just likes making that face. That's his baklava.
Yeah.
He's questioning your baklava. He's like, wait,
that's
what?
his baklava Doubting face, right?
Yeah, it's his baklava doubt face.
I don't know though.
I
His
don't know
eyes
about
ain't
you.
moved. Hey,
All
flip
right.
your eyebrows if you can, Dan. Up and down once. No. Up.
Up.
There you are. Yeah. You're frozen the perfect look.
He still is.
I bet I was.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Oh shit, now it's clogged.
Major started showing us some plants. Now he's already back. Brad made it.
No biggie, man. I just have to make sure that they ain't fucking dry. I like to push them to that limit.
Yeah, that's got to be a
But
fine balance in them one gals, man.
Oh yeah, I pushed her too much. One fell over the fucking today. It was like, oh no, that's not cool. That's not good. Because it was definitely top heavy, right? So I'm already thinking maybe I'll string a little line on the edge.
You got a
Maybe.
arsenal of yo-yos.
Oh fuck no! I hate those yo-yos, man. That's those yellow things that you hang up.
Puppet
Well, go,
master.
same concept, just on the edge of the crop, though, like one wall to the other. Just run a line across there. No biggie.
I
Keep
really
it
like
contained.
the 4 bamboo stakes, one on each corner, and then like one in between with I use the little green ties, reusable wire ties, I guess you could call them. I don't know. Got it at the plant store. It's got rubber on fucking metal.
Rubber twist
But
tie.
yeah, I just kind of build that shit and just hold them up. So even if you're falling, you're just fucking hanging out in traffic. You know, kind of swaying in the wind.
Yeah, I used to be, get frog up, make sure everything has its own position, but I don't know. Then I start wasting all that scrog, you cut it out, and you're like, fuck, man, that's a big waste.
Yeah, man, fuck that net. Fuck that net, bro.
So,
Plus, it's a bitch. It's a bitch to cut that shit, to fucking unweave fucking buds. I don't know.
You get a
Fuck
big
that
garden that looks like a fucking huge spider came through and just fucked with you. Now you can limbo for the rest of the season.
and don't you have a theory eagle that kind of helps the whole plant, like get stronger or push its, it knows it's falling over, so it better,
Yeah,
finish
Oh,
up
yeah,
or
it's
do what
nice.
it can. Stress.
Nice stress factor there. Trichomes, terpenes. Fuck yeah, there's a lot to be said with them fuckers. Just kind of this stressing and flopping like that.
Yeah, the only thing I did last year was a bungee cord to the pot and the plant together because it was literally tipping in the pot, but the branches, individual branches were doing just fine. It was just the whole thing was just like
Yeah.
one way or the other. The root ball was shifting all the way around, and I'm gonna try to shift it back without fucking with it. Nah, bungee cords. Yeah, I don't tie things up, I tie things down.
It gets so heavy that you have to tie it down to the deck, you're saying.
Yeah, I
Right.
want to go more plants in the ground just because it's the roots can go as deep as they want to go, and you don't have to worry about that shit so much.
Yeah, it definitely helps with water for sure.
Yeah,
And stabilization for sure. Yep.
regulation all the way. That's what I'm gonna do with my tester gardens, going right in the ground, and I'm gonna have drip irrigation, drip rows. And that's how that's gonna go.
You're gonna
That's why.
drip it with the hose, like a soaker hose?
Yeah, like a soaker hose. Because of my rows, like a row of eagle. Well, Eagle's got the Chilumbium and a jelly bean cross that he gave me. Can't remember. Got
Chili
some.
bean times the Chilumbium. Not the
I got
Chilumbium.
two. What's EC?
Pardon me?
What is EC? That's what it says on the little tube
The EC?
from you.
Oh, it must have been rubbed off. One of them is the Chilumbium, and the other one is the jelly bean times the Chilumbium, is what they were.
Okay, well, they're gonna run side by side. The Chilumbium cross that I think it was Chilumbium by Jack Skillington, but that Smiley's got, my brother snagged them. They like the sounds of that. So, but I'm gonna run you. I still got plenty of Smiley seeds, so I'm gonna run a couple of his, couple of yours, couple of Spartans, couple of the rest of the people I got, and I'm just like I say, corn, beans, peas, Jack Skellington, whatever. No, they're all gonna be cannabis. I'm not gonna actually do my veggies with my cannabis. They'd be crazy.
I don't know. I grew a squash plant with my cannabis last year. Not good. It crawled all over that bitch. Won't do that again.
Did you
Squash
taste
is
the squash
FPM.
in there at all?
What's that? Any
Did you
squash
taste the
terps?
squash? Yeah.
You know what? It was the 9-pound hammer, both of them, and they're big ass plants. And I haven't even smoked any yet. It's still in the to do pile, but I'll get to it eventually. I only kept one of them anyway, so it's like, it smelled good enough and it performed good enough that I'll run it again. I didn't smoke it, but take a chance. It is 9-pound hammer. It's supposed to be fucking good. I don't know. It must be good. Maybe not. You kept it.
In a story of life turn going full circle, the dude that used to sell me a 9-pound hammer, Jimmy, my dealer, asked me if I could, if I had a line on anything for him to run out in the garden this summer, and I said, yes, I do. And he was so happy. So yeah, I wish I had some of his 9-pound hammer. I used to get something from him called West Michigan Wheelchair, and I really liked it. And I'd like to get a hold of some, but I don't think they run it anymore. I haven't heard about it forever. I think it was a real.
So what's up with that? So we had the Pinconning paralyzer and the West Michigan wheelchair. Is that
Yeah,
what you
it put
called
you in a
it?
wheelchair, and it was from West Michigan, so it's called West
Stay
Michigan
out of
Wheelchair.
Central Michigan, I guess. The paralyzer
West
and the
Michigan
wheelchair.
wheelchair. Put your own feet in a couch or a chair. But it was good shit. It tasted good. Kind of AK-47-y, but a little different than that. Along that line of,
Fruit
It's
spice.
an awesome background.
kick me in the butt.
Yeah, it looks like Georgia. It looks like Georgia Bay, man. It looks like, 100 meters away from my house. 150.
That's
All right,
nice.
wrong answer. That's the Atlantic Ocean, my friend.
Beauty. Looks small.
Georgia Bay might be Atlantic Ocean too, actually, now, but
Well,
it's
it's leaving.
further north.
It's leaving the Outer Banks, leaving out of the Outer Banks into that's the I think that's Ocracoke right there, the tip. Either way, I was on a boat. It was pretty, like
Pretty.
early morning, right before the sun hit.
You and Forrest Gump going out for some shrimp? Lieutenant Dane?
No.
Sorry. I couldn't help it. It was the view. Lieutenant Dan.
What kind of boat was it, Danny boy? What kind of boat was it?
It's a Bay Rider.
I really shit
I
myself.
was hoping you were going to say a shrimp boat.
Yeah, I was waiting for it myself. He was like, not a shrimp.
Motherfucking shrimp boat, homie. You know, you got to get this paper. You know what I'm saying? You got a voice like this, you got to sell something for somebody to eat, right?
So
Got to be salty.
You can't be hanging out on the beach with your hands on your hips looking at the water.
Yeah. Huh. Thanks for making it weird.
It's my pleasure. Everybody else's too.
How about you, Green Fingers? You get through your smoke test yet?
No. Smoke like 2 plants. The rest aren't dry.
They're not dry.
No, 2 of them are, but the rest I just cut down like 2 days ago.
Right on.
shit.
Pushed
Too
them,
early to
man.
tell.
Nice.
What? Flushed them? What did you say?
You pushed them. You pushed them then, man. Because they look great like fucking 3 weeks ago.
I'm not trying to smoke fucking boo-boo. What the hell? People take their shit way too early in this world. I like to let my shit look like shit before I cut it down. It's gotta look like shit before it gets cut down. Like,
Well, you dried out just as slow as your little heart can.
right? And out here, it's not possible. So
Well, I say, I wasn't giving you any numbers to put any pressure on you. It's just as slow as you can.
trying.
Hey, Sparky, easy.
Yeah,
I know you don't have a Sparky, but Cheeto and Frito
I
and
have a
Frosty
Scruffy.
and
I have
Pico
a
and
Fluffy and a Fluffy and a. She's the one that's the alarm. Let me go get her. They hear coyotes. I'll be back.
I am shocked as hell that I don't have a big black booger on my left elbow, wondering what all the noise is about.
Are any of those dogs coyote fighting size?
He said he used to have 2 chows.
Chows are definitely.
Yeah, he
But-
said his favorite dogs were chows, which shocked the shit out of me. I thought he had ankle biters.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
he
thought.
said-
He had.
He said he's got some long-legged varieties and some short-legged varieties, and
Uh-uh.
I don't
He
know.
breeding them spiders too. Just yeah.
I don't know.
We've been through all these rabbit
Dogs
holes.
take 9 weeks, so
Uh,
I know. Crazy.
Hey Dan, were you growing some autos this summer?
I haven't popped any, but this kid summer is young because we go on forever
Very
down here,
young.
bro. So I mean I have seen it.
It's not even
What-
officially mid-May yet.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, we got time. So no, I haven't popped them, but I have a couple, and I was thinking about it, just popping my cherry so then I could like talk legit shit, like you say. Oh, since I just talk
I've
a lot
grown
of shit,
auto
but
several
I
times.
haven't
I
grown
can talk
auto
about
because,
culture.
technically, that I'm not supposed to have them. So, all of them can get me in trouble. So we might as well
Right.
grow good ones if we're gonna grow them. But
All
so
of
yeah,
them.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it, man. I got 2 white widows. I love white widow. It's one of my favorite fucking.
That's crazy. That's what I'm trying to roll a joint of right now.
Yep. I got some drying in the closet.
Oh my
I
god,
need
you
to.
got, I've not even had any kind of hallucinogens in fucking a while. You guys are cracking me the fuck up. So
So you're saying
Major had the youngest naivete fucking tone to his voice when he asked Dan right just then. Basically, come Dan, you've grown the autos, haven't you? They're not as bad as the other guys say, are they? And then Dan comes
Tell me
back
the
with the
truth.
pop the cherry reference and shit. Son, if you do it right, you could get popped that there cherry. Oh no, it was too funny. I was cracking the fuck
Hey,
up.
look, and do you know how fucking mad I would be if I spent 90 fucking days and I grew fucking 10 grams? 10 grams? Are you fucking kidding me? I would have totally waited another 90 days and got, been happy with way more than that, so that's
You
the
get a
only.
couple ounces at the very least. You could get up to like a half a pound. You never know. Sometimes if you're successful, if they pop out high, if they start out and sprout out.
You know what I do? You know what I do love
got
though?
good
You know what I do love
hands.
is optimism.
That's
And
right.
everybody who comes at you about the auto game is fucking optimistic as shit, right? Super optimism. So
Positive intentions.
yeah, I'm fucking stoked off the positivity, Oh,
4 out of 5 auto growers.
And why the fuck not?
I'm stoic
Right.
about stuff like that. If anything comes of it, then I'm happy.
So
It's
you're
like,
gonna
oh,
grow 4 or 5 of them? I didn't hear what you said. I got some banana daddy autos in my little seed bank somewhere.
there you go.
I actually grew them last year, but my fur balls would run past them and leave fur on them, and they were basically junk before I even got to fruition. But they looked real pretty, hairy but pretty.
Let's pull the damn tick off me.
Oh motherfucker! I had
Right?
one the other day bite me in the groin. Oh, it hurt.
Like
It woke me
10.
up.
10 this year.
Oh,
Y'all
my
pray
worst
for me.
Monday start to my day ever was that. fucking-
Sacrifice a goat. Do what you do.
At least I didn't get one of those targets, what they tell you to look for the target. Didn't get one of those. What? Why, that's a sturdy pickle, sir.
it got eaten by something, so I had to cut it down.
That's a cute little gherkin you got there,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Something ate it,
Hit a
so I had to pull
little-
it down.
Something ate it or something poked it.
Little garden friend right there, bro.
Oh, look, it looks like a face, little goat.
Yeah. Oh, you kicked me.
Little gherkin ghost.
Oh, actually, gonna eat me.
That's a cool looking thing,
Get a
huh?
couple more, you could do a little puppet show.
You don't eat it?
The gherkin families.
Eat it.
Bite its head off. Come on, you can do it. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
just like that, company. Captain Cucumber just come in.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh, Jesus, God, tell me you've got a set for him, please. Tell me you've got a set. You do a little dance.
You know what great thing
What
I've
are
been
you
doing
doing?
today? Make a little puppet.
Trying to they're exchanging fluids now.
You have
Hey, look.
socks?
Hey,
Jesus Christ, you sick fucky.
Too close. Back them up. Back them up. Need to be able to see between them.
Get down on my cute, baby.
I'd hate to see them pollinate in front of you.
Or look, it's a flower. We're gonna have more. Oh,
Pollinate
the
over there.
heck?
We'll have to change the rating.
a little Marquis de Sade action going on there for those
You
veggies.
got your
The
drying rack.
domination dungeon there for
Man, he's going at it.
Sock
Yeah, how many plants total you got a?
Sock rack. Yeah, that's what that is. That's right. Sock rack.
For socks.
How much more you got to do yet? How many more to harvest?
You go hang up the stiff ones.
Yeah, just the top student. I did gelato yesterday. I have 3 more plants to cut down today. Banana God times Mendo bread and Banana God times Bud's OG. So, or the OG he had since forever.
I use the wire rack shelf and they sell at like the big box stores that you like put up in a fucking like kid's closet or some shit, right? It's got the all those individual bars going across it, and then I just cut the branch to where it's got the little J hook. It's got its piece of the fucking main stalk, and then I just hang that shit by the little fucking J hook shit. Yeah. Boop, 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 all the way down through there. And then I just
Nice.
label the fucking when it stops,
Individual
I just
stock?
I just label the fucking the actual shelf
Shelf.
itself. When
Rack.
it stopped, I stopped
Right.
fucking loading it in. I just hang that fucking tag and then start the new one and then hang that fucking tag. And then when I take them off, I just run a big fucking zip line across the fucking shop and hang that shit out on the zip line and do them one at a time.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I've tried all kinds of shit. Clothes hangers with fucking safety pins, fucking all kinds of shit.
He doesn't need a lot of spacing and with the dryness he's got. So
I've been tagging every plant lately, past few years, so that I can just chop the whole plant down and I don't have to fuck with labels or anything because the label's already on the plant. So then I can always go back and get that
do
reference.
whole plant harvest, do you? Well,
Ideally, yeah. Yeah,
if
for
you're
sure.
indoors, it's a lot easier.
I'm an outdoor grower. Trust me.
But you're short outdoor though, right?
I ideally, yeah, 4 feet max. I prefer 4 by 4s.
I don't like tall plants, man. I don't want to have to deal around up above.
No, they fall over, get floppy. You got
They're hard to maintain too.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some doubles.
I see you, Ryan.
Doesn't he?
Pheno
some
Hunt
doubles. Hell
2023.
yeah.
I see you do it by cultivar strain.
nice.
You don't know what cultivars are.
Can't hear you, Ryan, if you're muted, bud. You're
Oh no, I
talking.
was just wasn't
He's
talking.
showing you the beauty of his babies. I got some that look like that. I got some that are in between that size. I only had one helmet head so far.
Now that you're allowed to grow in Minnesota, right? Or did they pass that?
I'm from the future.
The future. Yeah, that's right.
The future.
I'm
Me
from a
too.
different astro plane.
Me
so
fucking
laws
too.
are just a little different.
Right? We living in the future. Fuck that past.
My astral
Fingers.
plane has got a no limit cannabis count. It's crazy. But that's
Yep.
how it is there.
It's crazy.
Should I argue? No. Allegedly. It's a fantasy, remember? Astral planes don't exist.
You doing that all underneath that T5 there, Green Fingers? Just one little 80 water? What you got going? Two of them. Oh yeah, okay. I see that fucker back there. That's a 300 water probably. Old school T5. No, you're muted. We can't hear you, man.
I gotta get these out tonight.
Ryan's muted and has no camera. He's just Helen Keller in this chat.
Damn.
Yeah.
Don't be Helen Keller.
Come on, Helen, get with game plan. You're here for a reason. There you go, pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Looks like some good pizza.
Oh,
too.
you're sending all the
It
weed
does.
nerds to the fridge soon. Yep.
Yeah.
Is
Sorry, I'll be
didn't
back
want
in
to
a
show the
second.
actual shovel.
I'm trying to figure out how we go from
Where-
seedlings to the pizza. Were we high? I'm just
Green Fingers, you
you
think
know?
you'd slam that light down, man? You're growing a twig down
The
there.
pizza
You're
just
going
ripped
on
by
a,
my candy box. And my
doing a
mic
re-veg?
isn't-
throwing a
Oh,
twig.
nice.
Look at it.
Knuckled out. All knuckled out.
Big fatty.
I can't hear shit. I'm gonna mute myself. This is the Banana Guy times Mendelberg.
Okay.
You're saying it's a
Damn.
big fatty, man.
That's awesome.
Hi, Jay Patrick.
Available
Smart
at
plant.
Salt and Seeds. Salt and Seed Seeds? Or what? Salt and Seed Seeds? Salt and Sea Seeds.
Salt sea seeds.
That's hard to
Okay.
say.
I'll be a fucker.
Can't hear you. You're muted
Somebody-
again.
Somebody has to narrate for him.
And mimers, man. They're everywhere.
Say,
I think that was
This
the
one.
OG.
That is a chunky
That's
fat
the OG.
bud of whatever he said just a second
Coming
ago.
down tonight, right? Make it nod yes if I'm right. It's coming
Yeah,
down
yeah.
tonight. Yeah.
Shake the donk
Yes,
if it's coming
sir.
down.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, howdy.
You shake your donk twice, you're playing with it.
Slap it once or twice.
No, don't slap it. Fuck's
This is
sake,
that
don't do
OG
that.
Bobby Johnson right here.
Nice to him now. Treat him like they got diamonds all over them because they do.
They're glittery. And
Hi,
there's a pup.
baby. Oh, aren't you the pretty one?
That's that one that wants to kill the
got it.
coyotes.
You got a pretty mouth.
That's the coyote killer. That'd be a
Sid
good cross.
Vicious.
That sounds like a good cross. Coyote killer.
Gut ripper. Low to the ground so we can get underneath them and rip their bellies open.
There you go. Yeah.
It's got that
Interesting drying
underbite so
technique.
you can get a hold of the skin.
Yeah. I was going to say this is where plants go when they die. But okay.
Now be
This is-
kind.
This is
Got
where the
here,
plants
piece of
were.
shit.
Oh,
What's going on here?
what is
I think
that?
that's a
Is that- That's
mushroom?
a mushroom.
It looked
Yeah.
like somebody's brain fell out, but I was,
Or
I
someone
wasn't gonna
pooped.
make
Could
any.
be a dog.
Hey, we are fungally dominant for sure. Okay. Is that Buddha in the corner? You have Buddha green
What's
finger?
going on here? Did we turn a corner here or what? Uh-oh. We're in a rabbit hole.
Uh,
Yeah, what is that there?
What the fuck
The
was
glory hole look.
all right, can you talk to us now?
that? It looked like part of somebody's brain fell out, but I didn't want to make that
Yeah.
judgment on him.
I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone, bro. Like,
You
it's
never
Yeah,
got me
the-
too much money in my life.
That big
bro.
buds through that hole is what it's for.
Yeah, all those big buds and then that thing. It's just like, what?
was that a
That
big ass
meatball
mushroom,
bowl.
green fingers?
Yeah.
You got some
That's
interesting.
wait,
hold on, let me pull my
describing your
pants up.
growth.
Hold on.
What?
How could you see that from here?
Well, you were
What?
your face up. Don't you know how technology works? Come on, man. I'm old and I know.
Let me fix the hole. Let me fix the hole. I'll be right back.
I'm
That's
in the
right.
K-hole, bro. Let me out.
Yeah. Oh.
Going down the
What's
K-hole.
K stand for? Quick?
Yeah. Catastrophic.
That's a new innovation on the old hole there. It's one of those pinch zooms, I guess.
Glory,
Huh?
glory. What's that?
Hey, damn, we asked you to pinch one out, but we didn't mean that shit.
No, not you.
Oh,
No, let's change that subject now.
Yeah, it's one funny looking mushroom.
That was
Yeah.
a weird mushroom. If you call that a mushroom, you go ahead and eat it.
hey,
I'm not
hey,
touching it.
fungally dominant, bro. Fungally dominant, right?
It was fugly dominant for sure.
Hey, was that Buddha?
Yeah, did you have Buddha in your room there, dude?
Do you have Buddha in the corner? Not your penis.
Yeah, what were you waving at us now? Jesus Christ.
What? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, yeah, come up on screen. Now that you asked.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The return of his penis pipe.
We were asking about Buddha.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what you brought
Buddha
up.
on my house. There's no Buddha in here.
Fine.
I have the
Okay,
Dalai
call it
Lama
a
tomb
fight.
in the garden.
Okay, Dalai Lama. I'm sorry. Damn.
Dalai
I mean, you
Lama.
could see
Dalai
how
Lama
I got
song,
that
brother.
confused, right?
Dalai Lama breath too. To the cultivars, to the names. Salt and sea seeds coming soon.
That's us.
What's that? Stank breath cross to fucking
No, it's just fucking, I'm just fucking around. That's not. Nobody's gonna buy that shit. If I put that on a pack of seeds, I wouldn't even give that away for free.
If you get real flashy
Tongue kisser. Call it tongue kisser.
The
Bro.
tongue
Kisser
Dalai
OG.
Lama song.
some flashy graphics
Dalai Lama.
endorsement, and you're there, Bubba. F1s, man.
Yeah.
Keep it pure.
yeah,
Might
keep
get-
it
You might
Keep
get
keep
two
the
or
hunt
three
alive.
different phenos, but they're good, man. They're all good.
right.
Right. I know the shit now.
Bubble hash. Roll some bubble hash in a joint.
Okay.
Shit. I've been thirsty all day. I think I did my first live IG. I don't know though. It said live on my camera. I wasn't on very long though. I just had to pull my I had 4 65-gallon pots that were sitting on those hydrogen swimming pools. I had to get off because they were half green. 2 of them I had to completely replace.
11. Monogen X is rolling in.
Do you have like a little plug in your pool? A little kiddie pool?
No, I've
You
got-
got like
I've
a
got
little
some-
plug that you could drain it?
I've got a little pipe so I can sift it out if I need to. I gotta,
If you can what?
I've got a
Little pot? You just manually
that
do
comes
it?
out of it. The actual swimming pool has got the black what you call it, the pipes.
Panda film?
No, black pipes.
corrugated-
The
corrugated
4-inch
pipes.
black pipes thank you, Dan. That is actually used for irrigation or whatever, drainage.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
got that as kind of a reservoir in the pool, and then I've got hydroton over all around it and on top of it to hold it all in place, and then the bag goes on top of that. And the hydroton is what actually does the wicking while I have the pipes underneath working as the reservoir. So I've got more water than the average hydroton bed would have. But it's outside and it's fucking beating sun on us all day long anyway, so it works out good. Only the first year when it rained like a motherfucker every single day did I ever have to siphon any out. I didn't have to at all last year. They had to add it once or twice.
What's
But
up,
that's the
man?
beauty of those. Keeps things nice and evenly moist.
Green fingers, is that a mushroom or a poop in your bed there?
Yeah.
The
Turd.
mushroom in the shape of a poop.
One might see a mushroom, one might see a turd. You would see a turd. You would.
Yep.
It's like an art thing. Is that what you're saying? It could be.
Yeah.
It's Schrodinger's.
It's a piece of art.
It's Schrodinger's formation. It may be a turd. It may be a brain. It's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever.
Is it edible?
Schrodinger's cat.
You can if you want.
Some dogs eat them.
Yeah.
Listen, anything,
Some of them
anything's
roll in
edible.
them too, don't they?
Anything's edible. Anything. Let's just-
You just have the eye of beholder, I guess. That's what we're saying here.
Yeah, you can eat it if you want. I don't know. The dog was looking at it. I don't know.
But should we eat it?
Could be like those psychedelic frogs. You look at and see Jesus or whatever.
That's food. Regular, another portobello.
What you smoking on over there, Meyer?
Some what is this? Breakfast OG.
Sacred
It's
cut
good.
seeds.
Huh?
Sacred cut seeds.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, huh? Sacred cut seeds.
I
Sounds
can
like
hear
an
you.
S1. Did you find a good one or what? You
Did
said
I
it's
find a
all right.
winner?
It doesn't sound like it. If you said it's all right.
It's really nice, but no, it's not. I would like to have a better pheno. I do like it. This one's cereal milk, isn't it? And Fruity Pebbles.
Yep, that's correct.
It's nice. It's like to find a better pheno. I look for a different pheno, I think. But it's nice. It's really enjoyable smoke.
Yeah, that one's good outside too, man. That's done end of September up here on 45th parallel. There's a latitude, parallel of latitude, latitude of parallel of latitude.
Well, the shit's longitude.
Longitude and latitude, but the parallel is the up and down, I believe.
There, latitude. What about you, Eagle? What you smoking, man?
I'm
It's like some
fixing to
vape.
pack some of this Mac burger in here.
Sounds good.
It's been pretty good so far.
Mac burger, Mac 1 and Donnie burger.
Or
That's what I'm guessing. It didn't elaborate, but
Yeah, it could be Larry, could be Donnie, but mostly Donnie's in Michigan.
I have that Mac and Dottie Burger. I got that.
Oh, there we go.
Wasn't that good, huh?
this has been pretty good so far. It's extract, it's not the flour.
I got that. I bought them seeds before I ever heard of Dottie Burger.
Nice when that happens and you didn't know.
And it is always nice. I don't know if you guys can see how
It's
well.
nice and, yep,
Oh yeah, it looks good.
shiny golden.
What's that flavor?
It's kind of just gassy.
You got some garlic in there.
Little floral there. Just
You
a
into the
little
gas?
floral. I like the gas. I do. I do like the gas.
Gas and grapefruit, right?
Pretty good. I prefer the gas more than the grapefruit. I like gas.
Right.
Gets you that nice little pinch behind the eyes. That's what I like.
Speaking of eyes, how's your eye doing?
I'm glad I made it through the whole thing of this before somebody asked.
Sorry, I was just curious. I didn't want to dwell on it, but I am curious. Inquiring minds, we want to know.
Some interesting things have gone on. I'm still under the every drop some like strong drops every hour on the hour while I'm awake. I was at the eye doctor yesterday, and I have to go back tomorrow. But he tried to get a deeper look into the eye yesterday, and so he dilated the eye, and the eye actually wouldn't dilate. So
Wow.
now I was sent home yesterday with drops to kind of keep doing it myself, and hoping tomorrow it will be dilated enough he can look into it. Vision has not changed. In fact, my vision at night is like, to be honest with you, I don't
Terrible.
like my vision at night. It fucking sends me like I want to be back inside or back into light as soon as I realize I'm into the dark, because this is like not good. my eyes, I don't know if you can pick this up. The swelling has went down, but it's still red. But if you can't, I don't know if you can see this or not, how well it picks up. I'll see if I can even get like a camera. My eyes are now a different color.
What?
Yeah. So
Got a brown
my right
now?
eye, my right eye is naturally blue,
Mhm.
and this eye now is
Brown.
blue green.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit!
No, that's
Are you
what
turning it into a
butterflies
cat?
are.
So
Are you a furry?
No, you're turning into a lizard, bro.
I don't.
Holy shit!
That's the second time I've been accused of growing into a lizard. When I cut this tip off of my finger and it grew back, everybody asked me if I was a
That's
fucking
Sally.
lizard.
Hey, Sally Manders.
He is a lizard.
But
Sal.
they're staying optimistic that after everything somewhat what they call healed up or considered healed, that the vision will start to come back in that eye. But for right now,
What do they say about the color change?
that was that I did not get a good look. You know, I said that to him. You know, I'm like, so what about the color change? And he looked at me and he like looked back in. He's like,
yeah, I guess it is different, huh?
yeah. Oh, that's what I got about the color change.
Is it time for a new eye doctor?
Yeah, I'm like, bruh.
It's
I
probably
mean,
the
come
drops
on, man.
that did that, because there are drops that people put in their eye for bullshit that'll change the color.
So I got that to look forward to. If you're gonna now fucking copy me, you have a little other obstacle to go by. Now you have to match.
Now you
both
gotta
eyes.
have chimera eyes as well.
Yeah.
Called eagle eyes.
Crazy, bro.
Got eagle eye.
Yeah, if they would have turned it gold, that would have been cool.
That Ouija eye.
He busted his eagle eye cherry.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm good. How's everyone?
Cheers, bud.
Fantastic, man.
A little ahead of you from the sounds of the grinding smacking together, so
I'm sorry.
you'll get there.
What you grinding?
Yeah, why are you milling? It's supposed to be milling.
Yes, what do you know?
Grape gas.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Compound genetics, grape gas.
Is everything grapes this year? I got some modified grapes right here. Grape stomper over here.
I heard the modifieds are good. I don't. That's what I heard.
This year's grapes or last year's bananas.
Modified. That's GMO cross probably then, right? Modified grapes, GMO into something.
I got some modified bananas and concentrate. That's pretty good.
What does it say? Green fingers and the modified grapes. Does it give you a breakdown, or that's all it is?
No, it
You
doesn't
can't
say
read it.
shit. And it's already smeared. All the ink is smeared off there already. Holy shit.
Been fingering it too much.
7.79 TH. Wait, total CB. Wait.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I never seen that even before. What the fuck?
Wait, they sold me non-psychoactive.
Total cannabinoids.
What the hell?
I could read it through the ink is smeared so bad. Yeah, 27. So it's less than 20% THC. At least they're being realistic with the numbers.
Well, you know, that THC number doesn't mean a thing about how high you're going to get.
It makes me comfortable to see that it's so low, though. It's like, damn. Because
When
it's
it
really
starts hitting 28 and 32 and stuff, I go,
yeah. That's
Doesn't
believe in
translate to the, when I take a hit, I'm not any higher really than any other shit I smoke.
this other one says 28.6, but it's Triangle Kush. I can believe
That's
that.
pretty good. But even with that, I mean, I've had Triangle Kush, not out of a dispensary first, but from the Boot Crew meetup, and yeah, it's good weed. But
One of them little babies is a Triangle Kush, Brennan Rust cross. It's like lime, but one back cross.
I'm one. Yeah.
I think it's Triangle Kush by Hayes.
Skunk Reserve, maybe.
Northern Lights Haze.
Yeah, one time or whatever. It's just got like 20 freaking names in it.
Whatever.
Bud gave it to me.
I don't know. Jesus God. Yeah.
You haven't popped it yet. The only one two of them I haven't popped enough to know. TK times TK, 5 times Lime 1 BX. That's
Yeah,
why
sometimes the names of the strains are like a fucking royal title, and you got 5 names coming out,
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like this time this, just real simple. Ladies
Yeah,
first,
that's the same.
dudes in the back, fucking, because that's
Yeah,
really
but
what
even
it
so,
was.
I look at, you got twins, but even so, you still got like
You
back
get it?
crosses, and then you do the times. It's got the extra shit at the end a lot of times too.
TK times.
That's the bona fides, what I call it. The
Does yours
title
have the right?
shit.
Does yours have any writing on the back?
Plants, open pollination.
Just
I like how
the
they have room for the N.
that Bud put on me.
Had to
Right
drop
on.
the N down to its own spot.
What's it holding up there, Ryan?
What's that?
What was you holding up there?
Oh, a seed pack.
I gathered that, but I couldn't read it.
You went too fast.
Triangle Kush by
Yeah.
Triangle Kush, Northern Lights 5, Haze by Line 1, back cross.
Damn.
That's Brandon Rust's
Okay.
crosser. Breeder. Is Brandon a breeder?
Over the river and through the woods. Oh, anyway. What?
I don't know who's a breeder and who's not anymore.
What's TKO?
Technical knockout.
I got some Loud's TKO by Blueberry Muffin.
I think that's the OG, the TKO Triangle Kush. Got for the OG.
Yeah, sorry. That is what it is. TKO, technical knockout.
And what's TLK?
Yeah. I don't know.
New cuts in the garden.
Well, in my life, that's one abbreviation too many. I have no idea.
Are you planning on popping these? Right? Since you already have, no plants going, right?
From the future.
All the room. Are these future plants? TK, TLC?
Hope so.
TLK?
Otherwise, they're just souvenir seeds, aren't they?
Yeah, they're little babies right
Two
now.
little cookies.
Oh, look at that.
Cookies is in the apparel now.
Oh, that's
They
cute.
like to do the apparel. I got a homie, he's got one of their backpacks. It fucking like lights up the little cookies thing. Will do a strobe and a fucking sequence and shit where each
It's
letter
not
lights up.
not as cute as the pickles that were messing around earlier, but that's real cute. The way you
Okay.
highlighted
Cute, Mom.
disco ball.
So that's an actual backpack you're talking about, Thunder Dan?
Yeah, he said he got it because the dude was like, it's fucking smell proof. But then my dude was like, look at that bullshit. It ain't even got an inner pouch. It's just got a regular zipper. Ain't no way a dog can't
No.
fucking smell through that motherfucker. Like, you know, I was born in the dark, but it was not last night. I was like, well, it's cute. I took a picture of it. Look at that. Let me, you know. I guess they
How
can't
much was
sell
it?
their expensive weed. I don't know
Three, $400
exactly.
bucks?
No, fuck no. I wouldn't think that. I don't
Like a
know.
buck, like 100.
I just looked at it in amazement. You won't catch me dead in some cookie shit.
Yeah, it's like smoking autos.
It's like saying, yo, I support corporate cannabis. I'm cool with these motherfuckers, you know? I hate that I feel that way, but, you know, as new markets emerge, who is the first to get there, to drop their big ass building, to, you know, be able to help the masses with what the medicine they need, right?
Medicine's important. I got to give Brenner a little bit of respect for, you know, pushing it, you know, and being successful in branding, you know, cannabis or whatever, pushing the brand forward. But I don't think even himself, you know, cookies were built on, you know, a weird, you know, cut only phenome. And now they've kind of gotten away from that. I've seen videos of himself where Brenner's like, man, I miss the Hermie days. You know, so they build a brand on something that necessarily isn't the product that made them famous.
Right. Right. Catchy.
They got brand loyalty. They got that down pat.
In the same aspect, like I said, you got to admire that hustle.
Absolutely.
Yep. People buy anything that says cookies on it.
Fuck yeah, I went when I was in San Francisco there. I stopped into pretty much was just a cookies clothing store. They didn't even sell no weed there. It was all like a fucking
branding all the time, but no weed.
High posh fucking like clothing store and shit. Fucking cookie bags all up on the shelf and shit. No canvas even there. That to me was like that's a killer for me as far as like this has gone too far.
I'm really trying not to wear brands. I've never liked brands. I mean, sure, I'll wear a swoop on a shoe if I have to, but you know, you get
Gave me like a
all over me.
Starbucks feeling times 10. Sorry,
Yeah.
Lucas.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, how many people do you know that smoke cigarettes only smoke that brand?
Yeah.
Like, if you brought them another brand, they'd be like, this is trash and throw them on the floor. Where is my brand?
That, yeah.
I smoke blah, blah, blah. You know, so I mean, I get where they're going with it. You know, brands are, you know, the future.
Yeah.
But we've had to rotate our flavor systems forever, so we're used to it. It's not like cigarettes where you pick your brand and go for it. We've been switching flavor profiles forever. So
I've seen job site fights start over two brands.
Really?
Skulls for pussies. Fuck yeah. I'm a Kodiak chewer. Skulls for pussies. Copenhagen, yo, right down the line and shit. Fucking yeah. People come right off the ladder and shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
Fuck
Holy
yeah.
shit, bro.
Yeah, people that are brand
somebody needs to eat breakfast or some shit.
Well, even
you need to smoke a cigarette, motherfucker. Quit chewing. Smoke a cigarette, relax.
I smoke cigarettes, and when I started smoking, my dad smoked Camel, so I smoked Camel filters. And then I used to go to a lot of NASCAR races back in the Winston Cup days, where
back then, if you showed a pack of cigarettes in your ID, they'd give you a whole carton of Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
promotional.
And that went on for a few years. Then they cut it to half carton. And then I think at the end, they were just giving a few packs away. But yeah, when I got the carton of Winston, I switched to Winston. That's got to be 20 some years ago. And yeah, I guess them giving me a free carton worked, right? Like I tried them, I switched to them. And yeah, they don't even they banned that whole concept at
Push your
public
profile.
events of giving free cigarettes away at events. But that's the reason why Winston sponsored NASCAR, because they gave away free cigarettes by the carton for years.
I used to go to a lot of NASCAR races and I got free cigarettes.
Yeah. I
They
used to
gave
think
them
it was
away,
funny
believe me,
because
they gave them a lot away.
yeah, you had to show a pack to get a pack. And I remember saying to my wife, because she didn't smoke, but I'd give her my pack for she'd get a carton too. But it was like you had to show death to get death. That was what, like,
I
if
think
you
I
didn't,
remember that too,
like, they
actually.
weren't trying to give away cigarettes to non-smokers.
Right.
So like
Right.
you had to show a pack and they'd give you a carton.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, think about it. Think about it, bud. If you had 10 cents in a pack, and so you got $1 in a fucking carton, and then you showed me a pack of cigarettes that you paid $1 for, absolutely. Let me give him a carton. He gonna go buy some more. If I convert
well,
you,
even
know,
like a friend of mine's like the face of this cannabis brand that gives away a lot of pre-rolls over the
Like
years.
Ryan
Right.
rolling his own.
Right. And they're the shittiest pre-rolls. Like when you're at the shows and they give those out, someone offers to, like, no, that's shitty weed. It just is. And I've asked him, like, wouldn't it be better if you gave away 100 really good pre-rolls? You'd get customers. And no, that's not the concept, because yeah, like, to a lot of people, if you give them something for free, it doesn't matter how good it is. They're like they're loyal to that because they remember, oh, hey, once upon a time they gave me it for free. It like works regardless if it's crap or not. Like I think when you give away a bunch of crappy pre-rolls, how would you get customers? That, like, to me, that's a sign like, well, I don't like that brand. They have shitty pre-rolls.
I went to a cup in Michigan, old Clio, and fucking they gave me a couple of pre-rolls that were super dry, the worst. I was actually riding down the road back to the house and I thought, damn, I didn't roll anything, and I was fucking driving. So, I'm not trying to like roll up, going 80. And so anyway, I'm looking around and saying, oh fuck, they gave me that fucking pre-roll. I got, like you said, for a moment, excited. I lit that motherfucker and it tasted like 1996. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, oh, you got you some Mexican cultivar here, do you? Anyway, I hit that bitch about 4 times and flicked it out the fucking window, man.
Yeah, no, I know the exact now every once in a while I've been given a good pre-roll, like maybe 1 in 20, maybe even higher odds. But yeah, I question like that as a marketing, like giving away something that is people are throwing out the window. How does that help your brand? Right. But
yeah,
so much is given away that I guarantee a marketing branding statistics say, yeah, it doesn't matter how crappy it is, as long as it's free, people, it works. Like people will come back and buy your stuff because you gave them something free, or they recognize your brand when they have a choice. And just the fact that you gave them something free would
there are no standards.
I mean, that's why they give stuff away, is to hopefully get business out of it. That's the whole purpose.
Yeah.
And you think people's standards are that low that you give them the shitty weed, and they're like, "Yeah, that wasn't bad," Like
I really try to attack life, but the other way, where I present quality and then ask a fair price. You
Yeah.
know, which is just the fucking technician's life, right? You're muted, Eagle. You're making good sense, though. I'm with you, bro. You're still fucking muted. Look
Yep,
at it
you're
with
still
this
muted.
Fucking
fucking good
double
eye.
Like,
muted.
even
Double
this,
muted. Good eye.
like
Thank
I'm like a huge Billy Strings fan, and on his Instagram he posts, you know, tonight he's at Red Rocks, and there's a string of pictures, and one of the last ones is like his rolling tray with some buds and some products. He's sponsored, like he's officially sponsored by Willie's Reserve, which is Willie Nelson's brand, right? Now, I would love that would be good weed, but I've had a bunch of this Willie's Reserve over the last, God, it's been out for years. It's literally the crappiest weed there is, right?
Really?
Oh, it's bad.
Damn, Willie.
Right?
You don't
Right
think
now-
Willie's
Willie.
smoking his own shit?
No, I don't think that's how those deals work. You know,
Willie,
what do you
stop
call
smoking
those
weed.
things when you
I
get
saw his
paid
name.
a celebrity endorsement deal? You know, that's usually what, like, it's not really a brand ran by him.
He didn't
It's a-
have breeders go out and
look,
find just the right
look.
strain for him.
Now, every once in a while, certain celebrities or people like have like ethics where, like, oh, they're not going to put their name behind just anything. But for the most part, if the paycheck's big enough, they'll do it, right? And that's a lot of what cannabis is. There's a bunch of celebrity brands or branded things by different people, not all celebrities or pots. Yeah, most of those are pretty crappy, right?
Well,
And
I mean, you know,
overpriced. Because the
it
one thing
goes
you're
back-
paying for in the price, like whatever you're buying, you're paying whatever amount of money they gave that celebrity. It's in the price,
Is
right?
it, should you be able to claim a strain like that though? I mean, should you just be able to walk up to a fucking breeder and be like, you know what? I want my own strain. I'm gonna buy you out on this strain. This one's no longer yours. This one's mine. And fucking just be
think
like,
that was
oh
done.
yeah, this is
I
it.
think,
And
like a certain rapper, I don't follow all that, but a certain rapper had a strain developed and is, I don't like a lot of those. And then even, you know, I remember last year, Jay-Z, you know, he's the biggest guy in biz. He came out with a pot brand. It was super expensive, but yeah, I don't think it got any traction.
Yeah, ain't
you know,
nobody
like,
buying. Look. It all goes back to that old timeless rule of the fucking head stash, right? So the head stash is the best stash, and it's going to be from somebody who's hoarding the good weed, whether he sells the weed and he picks out all the good buds, or he fucking grows the weed and he, you know, cultivates his own. But it's going to be the head stash, man. It's never going to be from fucking Joe and Mark that they pay $10 an hour that are fucking, you know, basically happy to fucking grow pot and you know, smoke in the damn fields. Come on, man. They're fucking
well, I mean,
not how it works.
I've been smoking and buying weed for 45 years, and there was always a sliver of dankest weed available in the market at any time. And if you didn't grab it when you could, it was gone, right? And even though exponentially the amount of weed and the amount of people that grow weed and legalization of weed and all this, I don't think that sliver of like truly top shelf weed available in the world at any given moment is any different. Oh, it's more of it because exponentially it's, you know, there's more consumers, but as a percentage of like the whole marketplace of, well, let's pile up all the weed that's available on the planet today, there's only like a whatever percent of really good weed, right? Top shelf. The most of
Right.
it's just, you know, good to average, right? Or worse.
Yeah, there's standout plants, and then there's just regular average, and then there's mediocre, and just a vast array of these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
and
and
we've
even
mixed the
with the-
genetics all to shit, so we're just like,
Yeah,
you know,
and it still gets into like some genetics just because it's that genetic doesn't, if it's not grown really well, then it's not top shelf, right?
Right.
Cool colors there, right? Yeah, even when you could take it to the dispos here in Michigan, work with them as a caregiver. If you walked in with that fucking dank, 9 times out of 10, that shit never even hit the fucking shelf. That was the guy. They went home with the guy.
Right. Like that saying, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and that's the way it is with super dank weed. It doesn't. And it's hard to save. Like it gets smoked up because it's that good. It's fire, so it's not like months later somebody's still sitting on a bunch of it.
No, like I'd go to my dude to fucking basically re-up, and the motherfucker, he'd be like, "You're gonna want to get more than this. You're gonna want to get double. This shit's gonna fucking. I'm not gonna have this. You're gonna come back. I'm gonna have some bullshit again. Get this,
If he liked you.
Yeah, we were pretty cool.
He liked you, gave you the heads up.
Yeah. I always would think he was either pushing or I don't know, check it out. But oftentimes he was right. Was all fucking bullshit though.
So what I was trying to say when I was muted, and we were talking about the pre-rolls, was basically I was like, I've never had a good pre-roll. Ever. Even the whatever they came out and it tasted half good for itself. It's had something mixed in it. That's made me fucking question the genuineness of its flavor. Couple puffs into it, you're like, oh, this is infused or something like that. I knew it. You know what I mean? But a fucking pre-rolls are dangerous. Bad pre-rolls are fucking dangerous. So this is what I was getting at. Is basically one time I had fucking left the house, prejudged or misjudged the route of the trip. Because we were stoners roll, that trip's judged in obviously joints to take or enough smoke to take. And I misjudged the trip. So on the way back, I had stopped at a fucking provisioning center on the way there. And fucking stopped and I bought fucking two of their, this was like fucking mid-COVID, two of their mid-scale $10 pre-rolls. And they threw in one of their garbage pre-rolls for with it. And I literally fucking drove angrily after I was more, as I stopped, man, just hitting it and fucking looking at it and going, this is complete garbage. I can't fucking believe this shit. I actually came home that night. I bitched the whole time to Lexi while we were driving. I'm like, I'm totally putting these fuckers on blast tonight. Man, they're bad. They don't know who they're selling to. You never know who's got a fucking platform to stand on. I went home that night. I didn't call them out by name. I called them out by exit number. If you happen to stop at exit, whatever. Highway 75. Fuck that shit.
Well, like even in California, one of the the SKU that's one of the top selling SKUs for years now is pre-rolls. It's so like, and a lot of that I think is convenience. Like a lot of casual people, they're out and about. They drive by these stores that are positioned right on the way to a club or dinner or whatever. That's the whole idea. And I'm not involved in those stores, but I imagine there's the evening crowd that shows up and buys some pre-roll. They don't even have papers or pipe or anything. They can just stop in and grab one because that and gummies, like edibles, which are two places that a lot of the garbage in, garbage out business of cannabis is played out in, right? The quality of what is in a gummies, Yeah, I'm sure there's people that make really good ones, and there are I've heard a few brands of pre-rolls that they charge accordingly, but they are actually what they are. You
I'll
know,
tell
but
you,
for the most part, it's just people's like getting rid of their larf and crap and
yeah,
trim machine crap and whatever.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
And
that's
now
what it
that
is.
these donuts are popular, I've had a couple over the last year that like actually had like rosin or whatever hash in it, and like nothing's worse than bad hash. Like bad weed with bad hash, that's terrible too.
Right on. I can agree with that. I think that's just another way for them to, try to make that crappy weed a little bit better. But this is like back. I know I'm being super snobby here when it comes like when I talk about the proprietary, the breeding thing, and standing by that end product. I'm just, I guess, that big of an asshole to where if I put my name on something, I want that shit to stand for something. And it should be the same way with these pre-rolls or anything else. If you're a company and you fucking put out a pre-roll and it fucking tastes, and it's heaven forbid, you're fucking strain and you put it out there as like Bud's kind of saying, you know what I mean? Throw it out there as a sample. That's a reflection of what you put your fucking name on, or a reflection of that there strain. So even I seen this like when the caregivers started getting able to deal with the metric system in there, because if you know me from like way back when, I started like trying to push the branding like early on. And when fucking caregivers like fucking had to deal with that middleman and that processor, I kind of was like, fuck, man. Because now we fucking Michigan as caregivers, if we wanted to play with the game, we had to deal with the middleman. The middleman bought your shit, divided it up. Who knows how, and then when he divided it up, if it sat on a table, if you're lucky enough, your brand made it through that, you had no hands in the quality control. So you know what I mean? So either they were doing two things, either degrading your brand by it being out of your hands, or they were slapping their sticker right over fucking top of yours. So you were lost in the shuffle to begin with. So even these days now, if I were to approach a store and be able to have my product and be able to, deal with multiple dispensaries, I would honestly, we've talked about this a little bit and it's fucking an awesome idea. I would be like fucking Frito-Lay or anybody else, man. I would have to have a representative that went around to your stores and check the dates on your boxes. You know what I mean? Guaranteed quality was up to par. Restocked your shelves with new shit, took the old shit. The old shit would go to the extractor, man. You know what I mean? But keeping the company's name good, freshness of product, you know what I mean? Because even if it's like down the line, man, that your name's still on that fucking package and the distributor don't give two shits. You know what I mean? They just want to get their shit gone after some point,
So because it's a perishable, the shit fucking goes bad. You let it sit around, it'll go away, right? So I think it should be just like like regionally, you go to your town, you go, yeah, that's the best pizza place to eat, right? I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just a regional thing. I don't think it'll ever be like a mega thing, because by the time you ship it around, it sits on a shelf. You know what happens to it? It all turns to fucking, oh, this is pleasurable,
Cheers.
Are we all hopping on here?
Cheers, guys. What's going on? I thought I'd smoke a joint with you. What's going on?
What's up?
Cheers, Fumi.
What's the good word, buddies?
Hi, Fumi.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers, bud. You guys doing anything special? I should probably mute myself. There's music, so you're gonna get freaking copyrighted. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Now you're gonna get us kicked off. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm sorry that happened to you, brother. Let's see, I fix my camera. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess the hopes are one day they'll like allow like basically craft or medicine or patient dispensaries again. Like not like, all right, there's the corporate model, but then there should, just like in beer, there's microbrewery places, wine, even tobacco, there's cigar lounges. Like why are we, all those business models fit perfectly with cannabis, but somehow we're like not allowed to participate in the common freedoms of normal business, you know?
Well, I mean, it's because they fucking tried it and got away with it. And then, everybody else that's followed suit just kind of basically goes, well, they got a couple of models here to look at, and all of them got a stranglehold on all the markets, right? In every single state. So, I mean,
Dude, was I freaking out? Was Fumidor just hop on here for a minute ago?
He's still here.
He's right there.
What's up? What's up, Modern? Cheers, buddy.
You're like 20 seconds behind Modern.
Can I see you?
Yeah, he's watching the TV, I think.
Speed it up.
You are not dreaming. This is happening.
What? Wait, why can't I see? Why can't I see Fumidor?
Some charcoal.
I don't know why.
Maybe you're on top of
here.
it
What's
in
going on,
your
buddy?
box.
Huh? Yeah, it's Fumidor.
I think my camera's on.
Yeah, we can
it's
see.
Yeah, but I
Fumidor.
can't see your.
We
I
can
can't see your video. I don't know why. I believe it come back or something. I don't know.
He's just in total
Say-
denial for me.
Guess you've been blocked on my end or something.
Modern.
Am I really?
To the left.
No.
You can get that fire container, so you can get a good little wind going.
Scroll to the left.
Just about to make some burgers.
Yeah, scroll to the left and it'll show all the windows.
Really? My phone
To the
shows all of
wall.
you guys, no matter what. Now,
What is on my ball?
new update. My phone shows everybody. All of you guys. I'm in a little corner above you guys. I can move myself.
Yeah. Here you go. Turn around and look at the big screen. It's on the big screen behind you, Modern. He's in one of those
What's that?
boxes. Look at the big
behind you.
screen behind
Look
you.
behind you.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in-
that's Fumidor. Why can't I see him on here? I don't know what's fine. What's up, Fumidor?
He'd have
I
been a
didn't know
snake,
if
he'd
I
have
was
bit you.
hallucinating or something. I am pretty fucking high, but
This is where computers really has the advantage of really, because I can see everybody.
Computers are nice with Zoom for sure.
My phone is perfect with Zoom. And it's all old and crappy.
Unless you
Updated
want to
it.
not see some of us. Which, maybe
Oh, I
that's.
see all
I
y'all.
can see all of you guys on one screen.
I see all of
In the
y'all.
corner.
I'm not bringing the laptop to the fucking
You look like
Thunderdome.
general admittance
Nope.
at a concert, or is it, can you see our features?
He's got the fire going.
What? When you go to a concert and it's general admission, you gotta watch the Teletron to see anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on,
You look
man.
like
I'm crowd watching at that point,
I'm the little screen. That's what's weird about it.
singing the music and just looking at people.
let's
Dancing, they're all dancing.
Please.
Creepy, Dan. That's a little creepy.
Is it? Is it? I mean, she said I can only see the fucking
Only we connect
teleprompter.
on eyes, like eye to eye. And
You know what I'm saying?
Might be a little creepy.
Might be.
Oh, fuck, I just hit you with a head nod. What up, man? I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the
You
chicks
smoking
making out
something?
behind you. Come on,
You
bro.
smoking a little
Turn around.
something now?
What kind of concert did you go to, man?
I went to a Kid Rock concert and saw that shit, man. It's like,
Oh,
what
you could
the
see anything
fuck?
at the Kid Rock concert.
Yeah. Either way, teleprompters is what she said. Let's
Yeah,
go back to
you
that.
know what I mean. You know what I meant. The big, the boomer things. Pick me up, bud. You're a boomer. I can tell just by looking.
Hey,
They
brother.
got a setting here with touch up my appearance.
What?
So I guess you got a filter or something that you could put on.
Make yourself
See it.
prettier.
Yeah, let's try to touch up my appearance. I probably need to touch that motherfucking shit up anyway. I need to shave, so
Honey,
maybe
you
it'll
look
show me.
fine just
Maybe it'll
the
clean
way
up
you
my
are.
beard or something.
Just drop the avatar.
What the
But
fuck?
you look different with
I was
the,
like, hey, I could use that.
Yeah, the stubble.
I'm trying to figure out why I can't see Fumador.
Just
man.
be
I
a
don't
hot
know
dog.
why. Maybe
Be a
it's
Because
because
I'm
I put
hiding
him
modded.
on
That's
when he
why.
talks. Say something, Fumador.
I feel like you're a little obsessed with Fumidor at this point. What's up, Fumidor?
Yeah.
What are you
I'm
smoking,
like,
man?
why don't you just turn around and look at him, Modern? He's looking right
I
at
don't
you
want to
with the
look
back
at
of
him
your
that
head
way.
at
I
you.
just
He's
once in
even
a while,
bigger
I
and
see
everything. You
Fumador
could
there.
like look at him and leave behind you.
I mean, damn, turn around and look at him.
Humidor, get real close to the screen so he can fucking see you, man. Oh, there we
But
go.
I got it set on so I can only see whoever's
You're just making him feel awkward now. I don't know if he's gonna come back.
Come on, bright eyes.
You're happy.
I'm sorry, don't get no compliments because of me. I'm pretty high. I thought I was hallucinating or something, man. I was like bringing my
Kind of
phone
are, I
to
think.
the light. Luminor hopped on.
Interesting, Humidor.
Now he ain't saying nothing.
Well,
Nice.
wow.
I give you some complex or something, Luminor.
Probably wondering where the fucking exit door is.
Trying to find out.
Can't leave now. It's just getting good.
Maybe you could try that.
I'm gonna
that
make
setting
burgers
there,
in a second.
Luminor,
I have to leave.
so that filters and make you look better.
I want burgers.
Don't go too far over. You'll just get blurry like the major. He's got his on high. That's why he looks the way he does.
Terrible filter.
Major's all fuzzy because all he does is smoke Autoflowers.
Is that what that is? I thought he never cleaned his camera.
Focus.
It's just really high, and we all kind of get a contact from it.
Oh, the trichome stuck to my lens.
As long as I get somebody laughs, I've done my good day today. Make
So
someone
Fumie,
laugh.
what kind of
had
fucking
the
burger
best
you make,
line
man?
at the Gems and Genetics when you said, "I've been in a lot of strip clubs. This is a strip club."
Yeah, I've been in a few strip clubs.
I can't argue that.
I've never been to one.
Question is, who do you get lap dances from? I'm not sure. I
Well,
want to know the answer.
we were clearly in a strip club, but we were still playing stupid and corn seed, going, "Well, is this just like a party room or?"
Oh, it was.
There is that strip pole there, and I'm going, okay, yeah. And then we looked in the corner, and there was a cage too. But what had first got our eye was just like S-shaped chairs and stuff, which I believe are the lap dance chairs. Now looking back, I don't know.
So that room was totally a strip club.
It was fairly new though, and it still smelled like plastic in there. It was kind of weird.
I think they have some private parties going on there. That's a good place to have a private party like that, I guess.
Oh, look, Bud's.
Probably,
Somebody's trying to be
they probably
ahead of the
got-
curve.
It's probably got like this. To be honest with you, probably got some of this like ring of fit people that that
Maybe
they'll
it's
hire and they'll rent
run
that
it
shit
for a
out.
bachelor
Bring
party
the
or
fucking
something.
girls into dance and stuff with some bunch of buddies for parties, like booked
Pretty good.
bachelor
Bachelor
parties and shit,
parties and
dude.
shit. Yep.
Let's all
Yeah.
set up for a strip
That's
club.
later for me. So, fucking, do you think that at one point that may have been like pre-COVID? Things were on the move back then.
Because I was there November for Thanksgiving, and they did not have that room there then.
No stripper poles at that point.
No, that was like a
It looked pretty
courtroom or
new.
something at that point.
Well,
It looked pretty
maybe
new.
bong hits and big tits consumption centers coming soon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The B&T
Fucking
Center,
kitty
man.
bar, and you can smoke weed at, man. Damn. Combined it. Yeah.
Tatas for now. Oh, what?
Damn, that's a brilliant fucking idea. Damn, we ought to
Dude,
open up a
Bachelor
club.
party here.
Sounds like
Your
somebody's
wedding
ahead of the
reception here,
curve
there's all
already.
function place.
And you got booby bar. Yeah.
Who
That could work.
call it boobs and doobs or doobs
Damn,
and doobs?
good
I
idea.
like that, boobs and doobs.
I like
Well,
that.
you know, I know when I'm in the Portland or in Oregon, it's a common thing they have like topless or bikini baristas. Like it's like snowing outside, and these girls are like in the bikini serving the coffee at the drive-through.
Go, dang.
Yeah.
Don't leave that window open too long, or in your case, you may be wanting that.
What'd you say the name of that place was? Oh, what is that?
Yeah, go to Portland. They're big on that.
Go to
Strip
Portland.
club
Portland.
and
Head to
yeah.
Portland, my friend.
Phil,
Like,
you need to hop in his car and go
I
get
forget
some
the
fucking
name of it, but one of the
coffee.
best places to get a steak dinner is the strip house. And like
Now,
The strip house.
people go on,
Okay.
people go on dates.
where's Flumador
Like,
go again?
You have to
You can
make
get it raw,
reservations.
can you?
Where's
You
And
can
your
go
Flumador
on
ass
go?
dates
by
there.
penny
I
dropping.
think it's Vegas. Place in Vegas.
That game away with all that fucking.
I heard Trey Crowder talking about it on his podcast.
What the fuck?
He went there.
There's just so many wrong things there.
Man, I
list.
hope I didn't piss him off, man.
He
I
had to
do
go
that sometimes. People
No, he
take
said
me
he had
wrong.
to go. He
He
said
had
he
to
had
go
to go.
cook his burgers.
He's
Yeah.
making burgers. He does have his priorities.
At least he popped on and said, "Oh,
Hey, green fingers.
What a dude.
Is the Salton Sea anywhere close to 29 Palms?
No.
It's a
It's
I
different.
went out there
2 hours.
like
2 hours away.
yesterday. I had to drop somebody
Hour.
off out there, and a couple days I have to pick them up out there. I was thinking of it's not.
2 hours.
It's got to be somewhere close to you.
No, yeah,
know?
you can drive through it. Yeah.
You can
no.
drive through it.
Yeah.
29
So,
pounds.
hour
Also
You
and-
continue to go south, you'll get to
hour
him.
and 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, an hour and 40
That's
minutes
what I-
away from the Coachella Valley. And the Coachella Valley's like, that's where.
I got to be honest. It was like I was out there around dusk, and
Coyotes.
that desert area is appealing this time of year when it's like cool temperatures and
during the evening. It's
uh
Got an eagle song
like
on the
pretty
radio.
cool.
When the sun goes
Like-
down.
yeah,
And when the sun's
pretty
coming
much
up.
there's like these little
Yeah.
towns like Yucca City, Joshua Tree, and then 29 Palms. They're just little roadside towns,
Yeah.
but
They're
they
little
all have the
desolate
same thing:
towns
a
like the
bar, a
Salton
burger
Sea.
joint, a gas station, a hydro store, and a couple of dispensaries. Where I was like, who are the people that frequent this? Because like hardly anybody
How do
lives
they
out
stay
there.
in business here?
Yeah,
It's-
the
it's
people
the
that live out there,
desert.
they work in the Coachella Valley or surrounding cities. They either go 2 hours up or 2
A
hours
lot of
back.
people had pretty nice like compounds. Like you could, I think people winter there, and then when it gets really hot, they move somewhere else. Seems to be, and you can build quite a pretty nice place for relatively low cost as far as California goes. If you're
Where
willing to
old
be
drug
out there.
dealers go to retire.
A lot of those people are full time. Like my sister's family does that. Like their whole family's out there. They're like their grandparents, the fucking cousins, and they all got like a whole section, like a whole strip of land, like
a compound.
Yeah, so the real compound. So crazy.
Now it's appeasing like in May, but you go out there in August and yeah, that's a whole different animal when it's like 120 and up.
Yeah, it's
And then it takes like, I know one thing from just my experience, there's certain humans that I call them desert dwellers. Like usually they got leathery skin and yeah, they've been living in the desert for a long ass time.
They're like
and
aliens, but they're a little different.
Yeah, they're like a certain kind of people. Just like you go around the docks, you find like the seaworthy kind of guys. You know,
those are the
they're leathery too because they're out in
A little fishy, you might say.
Yeah.
No. lizardy.
But I know that that takes a certain type of person. Like certain humans can
Sure.
thrive in that heat.
Different
Others,
DNA,
oh no,
everybody
it'd kill
say.
it.
Then you got them HPS guys. They're a little bit leathery too.
Other
And
people
then
can't do
like
it.
Yes, guys.
for the most part on the YouTube, we got like Dan was saying earlier, what like the frozen tundra of like Michigan and some of these northern climates. That's like for myself, I would choose that over the heat because I can't
Oh
survive
no,
in
fuck
that heat.
that.
You're crazy,
But
dude. You're nuts, dude. Oh
yeah,
my.
I'm a fair weather. I've been in SoCal my whole life, so like yeah, I've experienced days of extreme weather in places, but
See,
yeah,
it's
I'm
SoCal,
a
but
fair weather.
SoCal differs from where you live to where SoCal that I live.
Yeah,
It's so
Yeah.
much different. It's like
Southern California to me is Big Sur. It's all Big Sur.
see, we got the desert all the way out here in the Coachella Valley and past where I'm at, and
No,
that's like,
just Big Sur.
and then we got all the way over there, and it's like two different Southern Californias completely. We got our own whole weed thing over here going on, and
Our weed
everything.
thing and our
Yeah, like we have our own
wild thing.
weed thing, like the whole
well, I
Thousand
mean, I'd
Palms
have
is
to
all weed.
say, like
Thousands of
I
weed
think I realized that certain counties or areas
Yeah.
ban billboards and other areas allow billboards. And on my drive, it was like a couple hours each way, you know, out the 215 to the 60 to the 64. Yeah, there was a lot of billboards. Like in San Diego, I guess we don't allow that because I've never seen a billboard.
That is
Like,
more upscale area though, San
but
Diego. I know that all the way over here in snowy Michigan.
when I was driving out there, I was like, I'd probably say 50% of the big billboards were cannabis, like dispensaries or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Hmm.
they all had claims.
The casino and dispensaries, those are the billboards. you'll
Yeah,
see. And
seem
car
to be the
places.
only people
Only
taking out
ones.
billboard
Car,
ads.
and yeah, the 3 car dealerships down the road, and then
And when
rest
you
of
get
them.
into LA, oh, they allow
Mm.
billboards because Jungle Boys has some like of the, I would assume are the more expensively placed ones, like right off the freeways in, you know, by downtown LA. And there's other billboards, but I guess it's per your county. Like I noticed San Diego, we don't have a lot of those billboards to begin with. Like I guess we think it's a nuisance or you know, in some places they have billboards everywhere, you know.
No, buddy, you said fucking Willie's weed's garbage, right? We don't want that.
I
Now,
have to say that.
What do you think about the Jungle Boys?
It always looks really good and smells really good, but like there's never like a good stony weed. And I've had
No soul.
probably like it's been a lot of years of trying their stuff out. Shit, the last one was this jug here, strawberry something, when they came out with these plastic containers. Yeah, it looks good. It hits all those boxes, but somehow it's never like as stony as it is good. It's like weird weed like way. It's like, fuck, look how crusty it is. Look how, God, it smells great. It's dense. But then when you smoke it, you're like, you feel like just need to smoke some more after that or something, you know?
No stain.
Now, I don't know. Like some of that I think is their method. Like they've scaled it up. They show these beautiful grows that look like they hit massive yields, which seems to be like one of their criteria for their SOPs, right? Yeah, and kind of a known thing. Like, yeah, like I'm not the only one that says that we don't get you stoned, but it does look super good, and it is whatever flavor they say it is. It's a good representation of that, and it's like grown well. You know what I mean? I guess. I mean, commercially grown well. Rockwell and salt. Some of it, I think, is like I have the opposite methodology than they do with the same basic technique, Rockwell and salts, except that like I never have my AC over like 1.2, like 0.8 to 1.2 range of EC. They run their shit at like 2.6 to 3, and never, according to them, never really flush out or water through the Rockwell, which would mean it would only build up even higher because it's like a filter basically. I tried Athena food. It was given to me from the store, like a bucket of each. And I first did it at a lower EC, like my EC, and it didn't really work good. So then I did what their little website said, trust the process, and ran it at 2.6, 3. Yeah, it did produce these buds, right? The weight was there and the density, except that during that process, the plant looked like it was like the leaves were never happy. Like through the flower cycle, they were just being pushed too hard from what I like, what I do, what I think. So like, yeah, that mentality, it just didn't work. I gave it to somebody else that they're killing it with it. They think it's the greatest product. So who knows? Some of it too, I don't have my environmental, like, oh, I have CO2 and air conditioning and dehumidifier and but I don't run like a bat VDP and all that. And if you're going to run it like 3.0 ppms, it can work, but you have to have all your other environmental things fully dialed in, dry back, all of it. Then obviously they show results of that. But if everything else isn't dialed in perfect like that, you can't run that high EC. Your plants just can't deal with that much. That's just my experience with it. And it was just salts anyway, so like it wasn't anything special. And I didn't run their like sterile, because like they run with this, I can't pronounce the name, but there's one of their products is this acid that basically keeps the Rockwell sterile, the reservoir sterile, everything sterile. I use microbes and shit in my reservoir and water them in the Rockwell and stuff. So if I use that acid, it would kill all that shit. That's the purpose of that acid. So they say you can run their stuff without it, but it's one of their main products. I think it's called Balance or something, one of the products that you're supposed to add in the recipe. Athena.
Hey, Bud,
But I know one thing, I've used a bunch of other nutrient lines, the brand names. And if I ran those nutrients at that EC, that high EC, the plants would, the leaves would twirl and no, they would die almost because you're overfeeding them. Like if you use GH at 3 EC, plant wouldn't like it. Even if you go, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how their food can even handle 3 EC, because most other lines of food, if you fed your plant that level, it would fuck it up. So they figured out something.
Maybe it's just something that fucks with the EC that the plant can't absorb, kind of like a fucking.
Well, it's one of the
spirulina.
Their salts are slightly different than the common salts. Like they've used, smarter than I can explain, but I heard a podcast of the Athena guy explain how the plant can handle that high VC.
What's your dog's name, pup? Pup. Buddy, what's your dog's name?
Oh, this one's Herbie. I have Herbie. I have Terp, Terpene, Terp, Daisy, and Maggie. And like Terp, I've had him 10 years. 10 years ago was 2013. And I named him Terpene. Everybody I know is either a weed grower, weed smoker, and 10 years ago, 90% of everybody that I knew, I had to explain. Like, I remember this specifically. No one knew what the word terpene was. It wasn't a common, like today, everybody in weed knows that word is common. 10 years ago, oh, some people, it was just barely in the lexicon, but most people, that word was completely foreign, because when I named my dog that, I had to explain it to just about everybody what that was.
We got terpenes now.
So 2013, yeah, terpene, and early 2000s. I mean, maybe some science people or some people that were really at the front end of cannabis were using that word, but
maybe
no,
perfume people.
We weren't using it.
Comes out of the evolution of the rosin game, though, right? And all that extract shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was always there. I mean, lavender, most lavender farmers, lilac farmers, rosemary farmers that farm this commercially, they do it for extract and terpene production, right? So
not the love
in industry, it was a common word, but somehow, like a lot of things, like even common agriculture practices, like a lot of the things that became brought into cannabis is like the latest technique wasn't really a latest technique. Like it was like agriculture had written about that, or did white papers, or academics, like even Coots mix. Well, that's the Cornell mix. That's like 100 years ago. They basically, engineered or put up a soilless 3-part recipe, which is basically the same thing, right?
Yep.
But when, like during the years I grew cannabis, sometimes people would be the latest person of notoriety, bringing in like basically a technique that was already like, it wasn't like they invented it. It was already practiced in whatever farm or agriculture, and they were bringing it into cannabis like they invented it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Way back, like, because there were some people that they capitalized. It was their right. That's the good old entrepreneur spirit.
Yep. How many times have we seen people try to jump in and, pull a little spotlight and possibly some money their way by, maybe stepping on somebody's head, shoulder, neck, gravestone, whatnot,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I grew for at least 10 years where it was just like things the few friends you associated with talked about. And then I came across the forums where I never posted, but I called myself a lurker. I would read hours and hours, because it was like whatever years, 2007, 8, 9, I don't know, somewhere in those years up to that was like the first time there was like, seemed like serious discussion by people that knew what they were talking about and would lay out intelligent posts that explained everything and show pictures, and some of the I remember at the time, some of the things I guess was grow science at the time, were proven to be, we were on the right track, like because on the forums somebody that had a lot more education was able to explain it out more intelligently, where we were just like going on what your homeboy told you, you know. And a lot of that stuff proved out to be a bunch of bullshit. That was, I remember there was like a thing before sweeteners, before any of these products, people used to say, yeah, like put Dr. Pepper in the reservoir the last like few days, right?
What?
Like, yeah,
Come on, bro.
Dr.
31
Pepper
flavors.
isn't much different than the bottle of sugar water that they sell. Like every hydro line has whatever they want to call it. They have different names for it, but it's basically sugar water, right, with flavors in it, right? Which,
yeah,
like, oh, I used those once upon a time, and I found that the weed wouldn't stay lit in a joint if you use that stuff. So I didn't use it. But then mainly, I guess, through just watching all the same content we all watch, PhD level person explained that like the plant doesn't take in sugar. It produces its own sugar, right? But the roots don't have an ability to take in sugar. Oh, it would feed the microbial life, right? So like the basic concept that they're telling you on those products is basically a gallon of sugar water, right? That you're supposed to use it in the last few weeks. It's going to add whatever. It's not even based on anything real. Like if you were going to use that product and wanted to hype up your microbial life, well, then you wouldn't use it in the last 2 weeks. You would use it early on to put, right? But to flush with that stuff like sugar water, but that's probably like close to $1 billion a year thing between all the companies that sell gallons of sugar water for like whatever price. What are the, like, the one company calls theirs Sugar-Ree, GH calls theirs. Every company has basically the sugar water flush flavored crap.
That's what that alien bug dude drank on Black or Men in Black.
But from what I understand, there's like no science. Like it's not like your plant's going to take up that sugar.
Not to interrupt, Bud, but that was awesome product placement you did there, Green Finger. Yeah, I was just like, you guys had planned it up previously.
Oh, you think the old bait and switch?
Yeah, he just needed to give it a little bit of Vanna, the little support for, you know, how you do product.
It's depending on how. I've always heard the opposite. Maybe I'm again playing into the bro science things of that, but it was always understood by me, at least, like if using it in the earlier stages of flower, if you're using it in lightly, yes, you were using it to feed the microbiology in the soil. But if you kind of overused it, the plant would uptake it and start kind of getting lazy by in creating its own sugars. So it would start kind of start getting a little bit more dependent on your sugar production. And then if you kind of cut it off, kind of let it, you know, in a weird phase of not quite producing its own like it should.
Well,
in later
like years
stages
ago,
of like flush and stuff like that, you've always heard, or I've heard and used molasses during that stages for somewhat of a hardener during the final stages of flower. And if you don't cut off sugars towards the end of flower, most certainly you will get a shitty burning ending product that will burn black, and you'll end up relighting that shit. So it seems kind of stupid to sell it to growers that are trying to utilize it as a hardener or a sweetener, as they call it in some purposes. But you're better off just letting your plant more senesce, skip the sugars and shit like that. That plant, if you let that plant fully senesce out, it'll harden and sweeten up just like it was meant to be without all the extra bullshit. But that's just my
and even the
understanding.
sweetener of like a flavor, like oh, they sell grape flavor or this flavor. Like you're supposed to water that in and then infuse that flavor into your weed. Is that the idea?
Yeah, that seems to be their mentality behind it.
Yeah,
And you
well, I've
can
always
see
thought
it. It
that.
has been influenced on some of them products where the grape sweetener and shit. I believe that has fucking influenced the final taste through that process. I believe wholeheartedly it will suck up some of that color and fucking flavor through shit you water it in like that. I fuck around with that terpinator for a while, and that shit, man, that shit fucking made. I put lemonine in everything. Everything had fucking lemon in it. Fucking after a couple runs of fucking around with that terpinator. Like it was pronounced. It was like, yeah, run terpinator, huh? Yeah, you can tell. But fuck yeah, it'll take up and take flavors like that. 100%.
The Terpinator. What?
He's all sorts of brown sugar because I practice KNF. Does it make everyone think really hard?
No,
So then
no,
when
just
you make up your nutrients, they're basically like sugar, right? The sugar doesn't go anywhere. It ferments, helps ferment the KNF stuff, but
Well, it
like
feeds
your
the
solution would be
microbes.
like sweet,
yeah,
right?
it
Like,
helps the microorganisms live so they can
Yeah.
do their job.
Yeah.
Food, carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates.
I hate to insert an awkward ending here, but I did give you guys like a couple heads up ahead. It was coming. We have reached the 12:30 mark. Actually, I was gonna cut it back 11:20, but it was so much fun. I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I got another hour. So, cheers, guys.
yeah, it was great to hang with everyone. I like the idea of the early show because, yep, it's only 9:30 now. I can go do my work after. It's a good deal. It makes the show gets me motivated to go practice some of the shit we talk about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fun
yeah.
one.
Great
I'll be
meeting
first
you
out of here.
guys. I'll talk to y'all later, okay?
Bye, Blue Kiss. See
Bye.
everybody later.
I'll bail with
Bye,
the door.
Myra.
Peace, y'all.
I'll probably hop over there to Fresno night. Might be going live tonight. I'll be over there. Peace and love.
So,
Y'all be good.
Take care, man.
All right. I'm out of here with everyone else. Thanks, Eagle, and have a good weekend, everyone.
Later, buddy. Thank you for
Peace out,
popping in.
Danny.
Yeah, Thunder Dan slipped out. Thank you for popping in. It's always fun when Thunder Dan pops in. He's a fun dude. He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. All right, boys.
Bring the funny.
Remember, try to grow an auto.
See you later, everybody. Bye, Humidor. Grow 2 autos.
So funny. Cheers, Ryan. Thank you for popping in.
All right. Go plant some seeds, everybody. Eagle, thank you for having us.
Even autos now?
No,
We weren't even feeding them to the birds like fucking a year ago. We popping them now.
that was weird. I feel like, yeah, it's all CERN's fault.
We have witnessed a fucking, what do you call it there? A Mandela effect.
Yeah, or just, yeah. They call it a lot of different things. I call it fucked up. I call it fucked up.
In the end, it's definitely fucked up. I guarantee you, the Bernstein Bears, right
Everything's
after
fucked
that.
up.
What do you think they were like right after that? They were like, this is fucked up, man.
This is fucked
This
up.
is fucked up, man.
Yeah, like let's go back to fucking the normal way of life, man. Like everything might have went right back. He might have done us all a favor and saved us from fucking up really bad. And just like instead of like some nuke going off, he just planted some autos. So like butterfly effects, what I'm saying. He just butterfly effect our asses to safety, I think.
he makes a complete switch, I think we should start calling him Major Lowenfels.
All right, shit. And on that note, everybody go plant some regular seeds and or some autos. Eagle, thank you for having us. Have a great night.
Thanks for popping in, brother.
Go fill up my rack now. Cutting down those plants. Peace out.
Peace, brother. Have fun. Enjoy a labor of love. To the rest of you guys, thank you guys very much for hanging out, tuning in to this Thursday early episode of the Weed Nerd World. Thank you all for tuning in. Quite the list tonight. Let's get back over here. We had Smiley, we had SoCal, we had Cannon Trooper, we had Thunder Dad, Miss Green Fingers, the Major. We had fucking it trips me out. Blue Kiss Gardens. If you click on these names, sometimes the name doesn't match up with who they are, but you'll find it when you find their channels. Ryan Kowalski, Modern Genetics, Buddy Kilowatts, and of course, Fumi popped in for a second. Thank you guys all for coming on, adding to this fun conversation. This is the end of your day, your journey. Well, get some rest. You deserved it. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, well, you're up way too fucking early. You're a third shifter, something's weird. Go back to bed. You got a few more hours. Then get back up along the lines of what I'm hoping is an amazing day. Take time out to do something nice for yourself. You gotta love yourself. Fuck that all. Take time out for a little bit of self-love, a little bit of meditation along the lines of your amazing day. Take time out to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. And with that being said, I am out of here.